color.
Hiya! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my wonderful people filled with greatness. Your girl's right straight back to it with some more Cafe Enchant. So last we left off was a pretty swell note and not a sleepy note from number 2, which, why ain't y'all let me know how to pronounce this man's name? I just been calling him number 2 this whole time, and it's actually L for the Roman numeral 2. So it don't matter. He's still our precious number 2. So that's what he'll always forever be known by anyway. So we're going to start right back into chapter 2 at the tail end of chapter 1. Let's go. This beautiful, solemn angel of mine. So I guess this is a general perspective. Moonlight illuminated the empty road. A man desperately ran along the road, unnaturally devoid of any sign of people. No matter how much he ran, no matter where he fled, no matter how much he shouted, there was nobody to hear of his crisis, nobody to lend him a hand. There was only the man sprinting in the darkness and... What? I know that's not you two. Are you saving him or are you doing the other thing? Whichever path he chose mattered not. A white shadow descended from above. Considering its height and visible eyes, the only thing for certain was that it resembled a young man. Of course. A normal young man could never soar through the night sky. This fact alone set the youth apart from being comprehensible to man. He was no different from a monster. Dots from I'm assuming is number 2. Only silence is returned. When the young man narrowed his eyes, at the man's feet, many layered, complicated patterns appeared. Something interrupted the man's whimpered holler. Holla, holla. Dollar, dollar. Yeah, I had to say it. If you know, then you know. If you don't, then you hella young. There was a beam of light. It carried the man to another place. Some dots, even more dots. The boy checked to see where the man went. Behind him, other white shadows approached and called to him with indifference. Oh man, so is this what 2 is on? Wow. Dots from the white shadows. Without so much as a nod, the white shadows dispersed in silence. Dots from this person. Their leader gazes upward to the night sky. Then he stops himself. He gazes in the direction of a certain cafe and mutters to himself. Then That was some craziness. So back to my perspective. 1 week after the great commotion, for better or for worse, cafe and shot more or less continued as normal. Here, Ignis, the hamburger and juice you ordered. Man, a hamburger would hit. I put, the hot sauce. Let me stop. I put hot sauce on it, but if it's still not enough, you can use this Tabasco.
Oh, thank you.
Monsieur and Canis, you ordered espresso, right? Also a side of lemon pie? Rindo, I assume cafe latte is fine. Upon Rindo's question, Ignis threw the bright magazine back onto the table.
ああ、気まぐれに買ってみたが、やっぱこういうのはうさんくせえニュースしか載ってねえな。そのうさんくささが面白いのに、政治家の闇に迫るとか、ちょっと中二っぽいセリフ、今時ネットニュースにも載らないし。真偽はともかく、想像力はかきたてられるかもしれん。
俺、そういうの読んだことないから全然わかんないよ。
Dots from everyone, and a capture from me. And as the idle chat bantered on, everyone glanced at the chair in the corner. Oh no, number 2, what's going on? Dots from him. There, shrouded in a heavy air, a fallen angel sits grasping his knees. Upon Monsieur's mumbling, everyone nods. That's right. For some reason, ever since that day, II has taken the initiative to ask for ways he could help me in this in the shop. I don't know about that, but okay. Dots from II. More dots from II. What? Why does he have to move like that? Why is this so freaking hilarious to me? II, you don't have to force yourself. You can just carry one plate at a time.
いえ、それでは計13往復。時間の大きな無駄となります。前回の失敗で重ね方は学習しましたし、もう心配は。
Oh. When he tries to carry dishes, he ends up shattering them into dust.
本当にやるのか。無論です。あの上段の段ボールを下ろせば良いのですね。その程度のことならば容易に。
What was that noise? Is whoever's in the warehouse okay?
イルが段ボールの山に埋まった。すまんがマスター、捜索と救出を手伝ってくれまいか。
No. I don't want to. Yeah. When he helps to organize the storehouse, he knocks things over and makes an even worse mess. Oh, II.
雨の気配がします。本格的に降られる前に今度こそ。
濯物はね、洗濯バサミを外しもせず引っ張ったり引きずったらダメなんだよね。
When he tried taking in the laundry, not only did he tear the clothes, but he hadn't separated the colors. That's from II.
あ、だから傾けすぎだっての。飲み物一つまともに注げねえのかてめえは。
Stop it, Ignis. Even while preparing a cup of juice, the cup would be knocked down or split. The frequency of the failures was depressing, even for II. II? I approached II and speak to him gently.
この打天使何の用でしょうか。
I sensed an intense amount of self-loathing behind his words. You know about all the chores you've been helping with for a while? Let me see. Go ahead and save it up. Right there. I could say you'll figure it out because I want to go with I failed too. Don't mind too much. If you keep at it, you'll be good at it in no time. You know, like how you couldn't even work a computer at first, right?
いえ、一目見ただけで
What?
全ての機能を把握しました。
You a whole lie. Right. You must be a genius.
なんつうか、才能が極端なんだよな。
No brain. Stop it, Ignis. I really can't stand him getting on my two like this after what you did to us in your chapters. II raises his head a little and makes eye contact with me. However, there's still no cheer in his eyes.
あなたの励ましには感謝します。
Oh.
一理あると思います。
Let's go ahead and load up the other option. Not save. Load. Alright, so I'll do I failed too. You don't need to be so gloomy. Everyone messes up. Yes. That's right. At first, I messed up all the time, just like you. I'd break dishes or burn the food. Mama and Grandpa kept teaching me, and eventually I became better at doing chores.
そうなのですか。あなたも
Yes, sirree, Bob. II raises his head a little and makes eye contact with me. However, there's still no cheer in his eyes.
あなたの励ましには感謝します。一理あると思います。 ですが、
However,
散々物を壊し、汚していたりしているというのに、あなたは私を叱りません。
no, not yet. It'll take a couple, well, not a couple more tries. He's already been breaking things for however long, this many between chapter 1 and 2. So I'm thinking it's probably been maybe a day or two.
もしや怒りを通り越して呆れてしまっている。
That's not... Before I could refuse, II himself shakes his head at me.
いいえ、申し訳ありません。あなたはそのような考えに至る人間ではありませんでした。マスター、今すべき手伝いは他に何かありますか？
Right now, not in particular. I finished with all the orders.
ああ、いる。なら君もこっちに来れば、彼女が焼いてくれたクッキーもあるし。
Perhaps because he saw II frowning, Monsieur makes a suggestion.
いえ、皆でどうぞ。私は自室に。
No, II. II refuses and trudges up the stairs. In the wake of his absence, we all look at each other.
どうしちゃったの？イルのあんな姿初めて見るんだけど。
Me neither.
俺たちのっていうかそもそもとしてなんでいきなり手伝いなんてしたがるようになったんだ。
公園での騒動を起こした翌日から様子がおかしかった。何か思い当たることか。
No, I can't think of a reason.
ああ、その件なんだけど、俺からちょっと話がある。
Yeah, go ahead and spill it, Ignis. Well, dots and a question mark from me. Ignis puckers his lips. He starts talking about something that happened 1 week ago. So now I know it's been a week since the first chapter to this one, just about. I see. In other words,
イルが公園の騒動で責任を感じている。
その件について相談を受けたイグニスがとりあえず手伝いをするようアドバイスしたってことね。
なんていうか、誰もが善意で動いてるのに結果が惨事っていうのは悲しい。
Rendo's solemn words got even Karya and Kuroro to nod in agreement.
最初は失敗するのも今までサボってたツケだと思って呆れてたんだけどよ。あれはもう同情するレベルだな。俺らが把握してる以上に生活能力ねえぞ、あいつ。で、何か言うことはあるか？元凶の死んだじじい含めた甘やかし三重士。
Ignis narrows his eyes, glaring right at Monsieur and Canis.
すまん。しかしイルを見ているとなぜか守護せねばならぬと騎士としての本能が訴えてきてたな。
Yeah, well, what about your nightly duty of not killing the fairies in your world? Huh? Didn't think about that, huh? Until the end.
その俺としてはイルが家事に興味持つとか思わなかったし、やらせたらやらせたで危なっかしいというか見てて心配というかね。
その甘やかしの結果、ダメージ食らってんのがあいつ自身じゃ意味ねえだろ。過保護鉄仮面とブラゴン魔王面。
すみません。
Yes, at the same darn time. Apologize. This began to sound like parents having an argument over how to raise a child. But why?
何？
Why, as in, what's got II so bothered? This goes beyond a lack of life experience by now. As Mikado said before, II possesses immense intelligence and dexterity.
そういえば、俺も前に調子が悪いスマホサクッと直してもらったかも。
Right? Plus, he's making a real effort to learn how to help. It just doesn't add up, so Karya and I, along with Kuroro, who copied us, scratched our chins and thought, when... Welcome! Ah! Who's the ah? Who is it? Is it another angel? Let's see. Oh, it's the assistant. That's who it was. I never would have figured that. So dots from the assistant. As the bell beneath the front door rings, a hooded man appears. I hurriedly straighten my uniform, heading to the entrance to greet him. It's been a while, Mr. Assistant. You came here to give Karya his medical exam, right?
皇帝だ。
よろしく。
Dots from the assistant. Dots from Karya. Dots from me. This is awkward. Oh, right. I never asked for your name. Could you tell?
必要性を感じない。助手という故障のままでいい。
Well, there you have it. I see. Indifferent as ever, Mr. Assistant goes to an empty room with Karya and returns in less than an hour.
経過は良好。精神身体ともに安定している。長期にわたりこの店から離れなければ体調を崩すこともないだろう。
そっか。
問題ないのは良かったけど、カリア君、彼に変なことされなかったかい？
The assistant?
血抜かれてねえか。
髪は抜かれていないか。
皮膚とか剥がされてない？
I don't think so.
いや、大丈夫だから。あとミシェル黒い。
I want to record that too.
なぜ私はあらぬ権利をかけられているのか。
Right, like he's the assistant. Why aren't you asking Mikado all of that? I'm sorry. I guess we're just used to Mikado's unorthodox research methods.
把握した。抗議の意思を取り消そう。
He's like, oh, well, in that case, I understand. Ah, so even to Mr. Assistant, Mikado is seen as a weirdo.
でさ、ちょっと思ったんだけど、いるのこの人に相談してみたら。
Huh?
もしかしたら家事とかできないのっているの体質的なものかもしれないじゃん。少なくともあの変人に話すよりはいいと思うよ。検査だってサクサク済ませてくれたし。助手っていうからには人外の研究者ではあるんだろうし。
I'm a bit hesitant, but if asking him helps solve II's concerns, maybe that's best.
この場にいない打天使がどうかしたのか。
About that, to tell the truth, I serve Mr. Assistant an iced coffee and explain the general situation. After a short period of silence, he offers me a prompt response.
答えは明確だ。それが彼の生態だからだ。彼にはそのような雑務など必要ない。よってそれを学習し記憶する能力を得ずに生まれたものだと思われる。
That makes sense as well. Perfect sense. Dots and a question mark for me. In other words,
理解しやすい比喩を用いるのならば、お前たちはただの人形に干渉や操作以外の用途を求めるのか。
a puppet? What are you trying to say? That II isn't a fallen angel or something? Let's see. What? The extreme comparison sent a cold that drops the temperature inside the shop. However, Mr. Assistant shows no sign of concern and stands from his
飲
seat.
食の代金はここに置く。また次の身体検査にて邪魔をしよう。
Bye bye. Hey, please, wait a minute. Even I had no idea what I wanted to say. I just wanted to stop him when...
じゃあ宅配便です。荒木さん宛てにお荷物です。サインか印鑑お願いします。
Huh? Oh, yeah, yes. I instinctively go to receive the package. I sign for it as prompted, and the man leaves without even glancing around the shop. What could this be? I don't remember ordering anything. Considering its size and weight, it was something substantial. The person to dispel my questions was someone I didn't expect.
私からの品だ。この時刻に届くよう依頼しておいた。
Oh, really? Huh?
先日、我が雇用主帝明がこの店にて無礼を働いたと聞いた。その詫びだ。
Well, thank you. What? Oh, no, you didn't have to.
詫びるなら今の発言を詫びろってな。
Ignis, you need to be the one apologizing. I'm sure he heard Ignis mutter, but Mr. Assistant didn't acknowledge it.
今度こそ失礼する。
Dots. The one to break the silence left by him was a shrugging monsieur. As expected from the mood maker, however,
ちょっと外の空気吸ってこよう。
that's the first time I hear Monsieur's not feeling so well. His tone is light, casual even, but his face seemed disturbed as he exits out into the backyard.
玄関に塩投げしよう。この国では鬱陶しいやつ追い払うときそうすんだろ。あんのインテリ気取りがこっちの事情をろくに知りもしねえで好き勝手に言いやがって。
I hope you're not talking about to our Monsieur.
気持ちはわかるが落ち着け、イグニス。彼はあくまで研究所としての見解を述べたんだ。
That makes sense. He's talking about the assistant. I follow you. I follow you.
我も良い気分ではなかったが、ここで怒りをあらわにしても仕方あるまい。
そうそう。刈谷君の検査もあるし、彼を出禁にするわけにもいかないでしょ。
Yeah, we're the ones who asked him anyway. Let's just forget this happened. Naturally, thinking of that conversation irritates me too. In private would be one thing, but I can't get annoyed in front of a customer. Oh, right. What's this item that Mr. Assistant sent me? My mood instantly improves. I bring the package from the delivery man to the central table and open it in front of everyone, while wondering what's inside. Ah, a new game console! Sweet, with the lime green. I wanted that color, but I got pink and red. And an Otome game. Life is love. How cute and quaint. It took me several seconds to comprehend his unthinkable choice.
はい、あの作品で私は愛の素晴らしさを知りました。司るテーマは汚れなき真実の愛。
True love.
その響き自体が素晴らしい。あの作品こそが今の私を作り上げたのです。
Oh, too. How cute. Not only that, it's the one II talked about before, the remake of his favorite game. So it came out already, but why an Otome game? This seems strangely out of pocket for Mr. Assistant. Oh, maybe he thought I was interested because he caught me watching the trailer.
うわ、すごい。よかったじゃん。このハード発売したてで結構品切れ起こしてるんだよ。
You wish. Not to be like that. I love me some Nintendo, but Nintendo's been one game company that has always made, it seems like, enough consoles for everyone. Maybe back in the Wii times, I know that was a game changer for sure. Really? Sounds like he went overboard on his apology then.
つうか差出人があの変人じゃねえか。あいつの財布から出たのか、それとも抜き取ったのか。後者だ。
帝は研究ばっかで金を使うあてもないし、何よりこの間騒がしくしたお詫びなら遠慮はいらないんじゃないかな。
それにこのゲームがあればイルトの話にも花が咲くのでは。
Possible.
落ち込んでいるイルを励ますにはうってつけの品にも思えるぞ。
That's true. II expects that I'll be buying this and have been looking forward to discussing it. Oops. Rewind. I guess I'll accept it gratefully then. I should show II. I take the Otome game package out and head to the second floor. II, can I come in? As I open the door, the dower? I gotta look this up. Just a hot second. All right. Can I spell right? There we go. So let me. Is it door? Is that how you pronounce it? Hold on, I gotta turn the volume up. So door, which means relentlessly severe, stern, or gloomy in manner or appearance. So as I opened the door, the dour air from earlier had lessened a bit, but I could tell already that these chapters from II is gonna test my my knowledge of words and how to pronunciate them. So yeah, let's pronounce them. So let's go and try and do this. Let's see.
改めて謝罪を。私はあなたを手伝うどころか余計な迷惑をかけてしまった。
As expected, II is still. I know. It's still brooding. I think it's brooding. There we go. We're skipping. Not at all. I don't feel troubled because, I've learned a lot of things from everyone too. Actually, it was kind of fun and refreshing to teach you something for once. Despite my gesture of kindness, it couldn't penetrate II's cloud, and he seemed reluctant to relent. I felt us begin to go in circles, so I changed the subject. Oh, right, here, look at this. Well, not quite. I just happened to luck into it. I can't wait to play the game you hold in such high esteem. I interrupt him with an awkward performance and hold the Otome game up to show him. Yay, I got it too. That's an exclamation point from him. Suddenly, II's eyes gleam.
それは九段の乙女ゲームで 私も今日届く予定だったのです。
Yay, we can play together.
ですがまさかあなたが先に手に入れているとは。
Yeah, well, I was planning to buy it much later. In reality, it seems useless to elaborate. I'm looking forward to playing it. Believe it or not, this will be my first Otome game. Just like this is my first Otome game. Well, yeah, I guess it pretty much is. I'm not quite sure if Coffee Talk will be considered that. Hold on, let me see. What makes an Otome game an Otome game? Is it because you have plenty choices and it's like romance involved? Yeah, it's usually a visual novel or simulation with the female protagonist and multiple attractive male love interests. So let me then ask, is Coffee Talk a Otome game? Which I don't think it falls into that category. And it's not. So yes, this is my first Otome game, y'all.
ではきっとわからないことも多いでしょうから。攻略において困ったことがあればぜひ私を頼ってください。全ルート完璧に記憶していますので。
To memory, huh? Well, it is the world God only knows. I guess that would be, well, no, that's more like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, if you guys don't know, then look it up. II taps the cover art. At the end of his finger, I see a handsome young man.
私としてはこちらの青年のルートが特におすすめです。
Oh, really?
彼には秘密が非常に多く、進めれば進めるほどそのミステリアスさに引き込まれますよ。
Well then, it seems like it's a nod to your path, number 2, or L. I see. Then maybe I'll do my best to reach his ending first. But maybe it's talking about Monsieur because he is really mysterious. But 2 is 2. But yeah, apparently I don't know how to get to his route yet. I did the other 3 and then now his, but his just isn't showing up. So yeah, I'm gonna figure that out later. When I say this, 2 beams with joy.
クリアした暁には感想を共に語り合いましょう。
Sure thing.
きっとリメイクに伴いイベントやグッズもたくさん出るはずです。想像するだけで胸が高鳴ります。
II seems genuinely ecstatic that I expressed an interest in Otome games. At last, the melancholic fog dissipates. In addition to II's gestures, his bright eyes and expression convey sincere happiness. It was a sight to behold. Cute! I spilled my thoughts, but not without a giggle.
可愛いですか？この青年はどちらかというと美しいと評される造形では？
No, my dear II. You are cute. No, never mind. Just talking to myself. Regardless, I appreciate seeing II cheerful once more. After chatting with II, I stow the new Otome game in my bedroom, then we passed through the gate safely again. I was finally growing used to passing through the gate to Medio, and I take a breath.
忘れ物はないか、マスター。女王のいる場所とゲートは離れているよね。アンシャンテへ戻るには時間がかかるぞ。
No, I didn't forget anything. Oh, I'm answering beforehand. Nope, I'm fine. Thanks. Off in a corner of this natural landscape, I stand off to the side holding a fairly heavy bag with one arm. Contained within are vials and cakes. If you have time, I would love to invite you to Medio once more for a tea party. Canis delivered this message, and since Titania invited me here, I brought some gifts. Those who came with me are Canis, who hailed from Medio, and one other person, too.
マスター
Yay!
バッグを貸してください。荷物持ちぐらいなら私にもできますので。
Really? Let's go. Okay, please do. There are drinks inside, so be careful. I can at least accompany you. So too had insisted after I informed him of our trip to Medio. He gives me a nod, then carefully takes the bag from me.
ティタニアもお前たちの来訪を心待ちにしているはずだ。
Canis also appeared to be gently watching over him.
ようこそメディオ。
That darn Vendog. Don't think I forgot what happened to this scenario. You throw me into that flower. The throne flower thingy.
もはや何度目か数えるのもバカらしいほどの気軽な方。正直辟易していますが歓迎します。
はい、ありがとうございます。あなたはいつも我々を友好的に出迎えてくれますね。
Count on two not to be phased.
いえいえ、これも僕に任されたことですから。そう、どんなに嫌な役目であろうとも。
そうですか。その嫌な役目とやらが何かはわかりませんが、熱心なことですね。頑張ってください。
That's from Vendog. Amazing! He made Vendog go quiet.
皮肉や嫌味が全く通じないイールはまさしく奴の天敵なのだろうな。
Well, that makes sense as well. The interaction of two different realms seems to have created unthinkable interactions.
よもやベンニーヤのあのような顔が見れるとは。招待した甲斐があったというものじゃ。久しいな。
Yes, hopefully Canis isn't killing the fairies again. Everything is all okay, but maybe not because we're back on Medio. I don't know. Who knows? It's been a while, Titania. I'm so sorry for making you wait.
よいよい。そちらの事情は聞いておる。不可解なホールのせいで随分と苦労したようじゃな。カヌス、案内ご苦労。これよりわしとこの者は茶会を行うが、お主はどうする？
我にはしようがあるゆえ席を外させてもらっていい。
So I do wish what happened in the particular storylines would carry over to the next storyline, the next scenario, or the next character scenario that you do. So yeah, I guess things are back to how it was during his storyline. He's back to killing those sweet, innocent fairies. All because of overpopulation. What does that sound like? Boop. Canis gives a bow, then leaves. I pour coffee I brought into a wooden cup. After I hand it to Titania, she closes her eyes and seems to enjoy the aroma wafting up from the cup.
香りだけでわかるぞ。また一段と腕を上げたな。なんだかんだでわしもアンシャンテのテイクアウトとやらの常連になっておるような気がするな。
That's right.
ねえねえ、そのコーヒーっていう飲み物、私たちにも飲める？
No, because I don't want you throwing me over a waterfall.
とっても美味しそう。花の蜜とは違う香りがするわ。
Huh?
コーヒーに興味を持っているようですが、カヌスやあなたのような人型以外の妖精も飲食が可能なのですか？
未知の味に驚くことはあるじゃろうが、特に問題はない。普段から花の蜜も吸っておるしな。
In that case, would you like a little? It's better if you drink it black though. Maybe I should add milk and sugar?
では、専用のコップを用意するとしよう。
With the wave of Titania's hand, small cups appear on the table in an instant. No matter how many times I saw it, magic was just too unbelievable to behold. I add milk and sugar, a tad more than usual. Then... Okay. Excuse me. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'll go hand one out to everyone.
では私も手伝いを。
No two, you're good.
待て待て、打天使のいるよ。そなたまで行ってしまったら、わしの話し相手がいなくなるじゃろ。
Sweet save, Titania. Sorry, too, but there you have it. Stay and chat with Titania.
あなたがそういうのでした。
He knows he's been derailed. Two looks a little discontented, but my lips curl into a smile. I walk around handing out coffee, chatting with the fairies who are gathering around. Now we're in the general Medio perspective. The fallen angel watches me, at which Titania smirks.
仕留めてしまってすまぬな。しかしよくよく考えれば、わしは今までそなたとろくに接したことがない。レンニーヤとの件も非常に愉快だったことじゃし、この際カヌスの友人であるそなたとも交流を深めたいと思ったのじゃ。
ええ、構いませんよ。相互理解というものですね。
そう、まさしくそれじゃ。では早速わしの前に来てほしい。目線も合わせてくれるとありがたい。
Heeding Titania's beckoning, Two bends politely before her, resting on his knees as he meets her eye level.
これで良いのですか？
感謝する。
While saying this, Titania peers into Two's eyes.
レンニーヤの皮肉が通じぬのも納得じゃ。そなた、本当に無垢な瞳をしておるな。
It is as though they're untainted by all the goods and evils of this world. Even the small fairies of YEOW lack eyes so clear of vivacity. I already know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Hold on. I can't stand it. It's just a pet peeve of mine. All right. How are we pronouncing this today? Vivacity. I said vivacity. So I was close. Vivacity. Well, wait, does that mean? So the quality of being attractively lively and animated, especially in a woman. Exactly what kind of life would one have to lead to acquire such a gaze? Curiosity begins to swirl in Titania's heart. That's a question mark from 2. Much like she had once done to me, Renoni, she pulls 2's cheeks towards her with both hands. She stares deep into his heart, pressing her forehead into his. Oh, we got some dots. What's gonna happen now? Even more dots. Even more dots. I don't like the sound of that. So it's back to my perspective.
ありがとう。これが女王様が好きなコーヒーなのね。すごい。白い水を入れたら色が変わったわ。
It seems the fairies have no idea what just transpired. The fairies watch excitedly as the milk forms patterns as it dissolves into the coffee. Something so simple as preparing a simple drink was amusing to these magical creatures. The music isn't matching the vibe, but let's see where it's going. Oh, just be careful not to get burned, okay? And if it's too bitter, I'll add more milk. As I finish handing out coffee to the last fairy. That's question mark exclamation point from Titania. Suddenly, a strained voice rings out from Titania. Huh? Behind me, I turn to face the back of the hall.
そなたは一体。
II has fallen onto his backside, and Titania is trembling as she looks down at him, her face pale. Vindog and I rush over at virtually the same time. This guy, gal, y'all know what I mean. II, what happened? I also ask my question right after, and II slowly stands up. However,
頭突きをされ怯えられ、最終的には突き飛ばされまして。
Vindog looking angry as fuck, but okay, so the little flashes of light, that must have been her peering into his eyes and then seeing, I guess, nothingness? What does that mean?
さあ、私にもよく。
So maybe he lost his memory?
わからぬとは言わせません。愛想な顔をしているからと油断した僕がバカでした。貴様一体。
待て、レニーヤ、誤解じゃ。今のは好奇心に身を委ねたわしの自業自得。 見るには
I've seen those dots after has not. You had to think of the right word.
本当ですか？
なんなら周囲を飛んでいた妖精たちに尋ねてみるがよい。
All the little fairies flying around Titania nod in unison. They corroborated her story. That's from Vindog. While his face still looks unconvinced, he seems to understand. Vindog's clear vigilance is lifted because there's no need for constant vigilance. Those who know. II tilts his head in puzzlement.
何だったのでしょう。
I don't even know what happened. It seems like II didn't do anything after all. What exactly could have frightened Titania so much? We shall soon find out. Afterwards, upon Conus's return, we decide to end today's tea party. And after he get back from killing all those fairies from overpopulation, that's what he was doing, y'all. So anyway, Titania, see you again. Sorry for intruding, Vindog.
お土産の蜜もありがとうございます。こちらは蜂蜜ラテに活用しましょう。
A honey latte. Gotta add some oat milk in that instead of regular milk, because y'all know your girl lactose intolerant. Yeah, that sounds delicious. I'll try making that tomorrow. Dots from the both of them. Even more dots. Oh, dots from Titania. She looks so sad.
陛下、本当に大丈夫ですか？おかんは優れませんが、やはりあの堕天使が何か。
違うと言うておろう。そなたはよそ者に対して本当に疑い深い。それよりも弁人やよ。
何でしょう？
先ほどわしがイルに行った行為と反応は断じて他の者に伝えるな。
Anyone like who? All the fairies already corroborated your story, so the only other person she could tell is Monsieur and Ignis, Arcanus. Yeah, those are the only ones.
無論、あの者とカヌスに対しても。
はあ、陛下のご命令でしたら。
Dots from Titania.
もしわしが見間違えていないのだとしたら、あれはなんと哀れな魂を持つものなのだ。
Oh, II. I felt like he would be the saddest two of them all because he's the most laid back. So usually the one that's the most laid back usually has the rough story.
ということで荷物も落としませんでしたし、お供は大成功でした。
Great job, II. The next day, Ignis and Rendo both happened to visit the shop. While sipping a freshly made honey latte, II speaks proudly of his successful visit to Medio.
3くらいできて当たり前だっつ。
まあ進歩といえば進歩だと思うけどね。そういえばミシェルとカヌスは？
The weather's nice, so they went off for a walk at the park.
気持ちはわからなくもないけど、監視対象があっちこっち出かけるのはちょっぴり不安もあったり。
surveillance targets. You need to be targeting yourself since you're non-human. I love knowing each of their side stories because I always like to bring it up. You should talk. Is that even related to middle age? While Rendo makes his objections, talk of the weather reminds me of something. Oh, I almost forgot. That reminds me that today I plan to hang everyone's sheets today. Luckily, it's still morning. I collect them all, even from the vacant rooms. Just then, I catch a glance of II. That's exclamation point. As expected, he starts to squirm, indicating his desire to help. However, likely due to the memory of his failures, it seems he can't ask it himself. In that case, II, would you like to help?
Hi.
Oh, so cute. I just love his face. Okay, all the dust's out, so it's all prepared. I look up while thinking about the laundry rope strung tightly in the backyard.
Master, 私は何をすれば?
Let's see. I mean, he can't mess up getting... I think I'll give him the small sheets. Let's go. Give him the small sheets. Considering how things went last time, maybe I should entrust him with the small and easy to handle sheets. He wouldn't have to drag them either. I entrust II with the sheets from my room and decide to hang the big sheets myself, but what? Oh, he don't want the small sheets? He's like, dots. Dots from me. It's pretty clear he wants to handle these instead. I lose to his look and end up asking him to handle the big sheets. Well, what the heck was the point? I might as well select big sheets then. No! After II hangs the largest sheets in his fallen angel form, he returns to his normal form and together we work to hang the other sheets. Okay, so nothing happened. He just went ahead and... Alright, so let me load that up and choose the big sheets. Maybe I'll entrust him with the sheets from Ignis, Canis, and the empty rooms. The big sheets are hard to hold up and they block your view. Can you handle that?
任せてください。飛翔しつつ落とすように紐へ引っ掛ければ引きずらずに済みますから。
Okay, II, we see you showing out. I see. I'd classify that as a shortcut, but I guess that's fine. Just be careful not to let the wind carry them away. Nice. So that was that sound. After II hangs the largest sheets in his fallen angel form, he returns to his normal form and together we work to hang the other sheets. Be sure not to just hold one spot and wrinkle it up. After pulling it taut, could you hang it on the string?
シワがつかないように貼ってからこれで合っていますか?
You got it. Yeah, like that. Then you secure the ends with laundry clips and that's the end. For now, II's work is going well. But as for my part... Alright. There. Considering my height, it's pretty hard to hang up the wide, thick sheets. I have little place to give II advice, I think to myself and smile bitterly. What? My premonition was spot on. I ended up stepping on the end of the sheet as I spread it out. Oh, that's the worst. Without enough time to release my hold of the sheets, my body shakes and I lose balance. Time for catch scene.
マスター
That's me. Just as I'm about to fall to the ground, II catches me. I must have worried him. He peers into my eyes with a sharp look of concern.
大丈夫ですか
Thanks. I'm fine thanks to you. As for the sheet I was holding, the edge I stepped on had dirtied. It's otherwise fine, but... Dots. Despite catching the full weight of my body, II's body isn't even slightly shaking in strain. Dots question mark from II. II's pretty slender, but also tall. I just love this even though I already have a picture of it. It's just super cute. Okay. It reminded me of the time he whisked me away while we flew on that date. Oh, it was a date. In times like these, he's just as reliable as everyone else. To be whisked away. I unexpectedly started thinking of such things when...
あなたが無事ならよかったではあちらを見てください
Over where? II cradles me in his arms, then happily points to the center of the backyard. Ah, there I see properly hung up sheets swaying pleasantly in the wind. The ones I asked II to do.
どうでしょうどこもおかしくはありませんか妥協せずしっかり批評してください
I stand back up and go to check them. They aren't wrinkled and in proper shape. Yeah, all good. A perfect score. I turn back to him and smile. You had to change back into this form. This dude too happy he's accomplished himself. Dots and an exclamation point. II's wings stretched out seemingly involuntarily. He gently grasps my hands and... Huh? Is II using some sort of magic? Before I realize it, my body floated gently in the air beside him. II? I'm guided by his hands. After rising up past the roof of Enchant, we complete our ascent. We stand atop the roof together, seeing the ripples of light echo through the clouds. Not too unlike the night sky on our date. What a surprise! I gazed concernedly at II, taken by surprise at the spectacle of it all.
よかった本当に
We had to get in the air after his accomplishment. Okay, II, let me back down.
あなたの作業を手伝う中で初めて失敗せずに済みました
Yes, it is. Right, dots for me. His hands holding mine are trembling slightly. I finally realized something. I'm sure he took more happiness from this success than I could ever imagine. Enough for him to subconsciously fly up into the air. Among the gentle wind, he flaps his wings once more. Aww.
私はずっと考えていましたあなたのためにできることはないかと
Oh, II. One more. Ah, there we go.
今までは自分の周囲のすべてを他者に任せきりでけれどそれでいいと思っていたのですそれが効率的だから 私は何もできないからと。でも最近の私はどうしてかそれをひどく虚しく感じていた。皆があなたのために何かをなせるのに私だけが何もできないのは嫌だと、そのように考えていたのです。
Two's eyes are straightforward. They also appear to be slightly teary.
私は多くの失敗を重ねました。きっと今日のこれもまだ偶然に過ぎないのかもしれません。でもそれでも私は今この瞬間が嬉しい。
You sure can too. Take all the time you need.
私があなたのために何かができたこの瞬間が。
As he smiles at me, I grasp his hands back and say, "Yeah, thank you too for your effort and your feelings. I'm thrilled to hear it. I can't tell you how proud I am that you decided to change on your own, because I'm sure your world was already complete in a way."
私の世界ですか？
Yeah, what about your world? Because we ain't been in Miss Year's and we ain't been in your world. Yep, ever since my grandpa was around, you had Monsieur and Connor supporting you. You had so many people to help you. I don't blame you for how you were. That's from two. But you broke out of it yourself, despite all the failures, despite what others said, and despite feeling the burden of guilt. You weren't content to rest on your laurels and stay hidden in your own little world. Those actions of yours, from my point of view, it's even better than traveling to another realm. It's one thing to talk about making major changes to your life. However, actually doing them requires major decisiveness and action. As I tell him,
そのようなことは私は今まで皆がやっていたことをようやく自主的にしただけで。
a little embarrassment shows itself despite his effort to hide it. I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but lately you've become totally human too.
人間らしいですか？
Yeppers. Yeah, to be honest, when I first met you, you were hard to read, which troubled me. But now it's the opposite, I smile and tell him. As of late, you've taken the initiative to do all kinds of things, and you've made new experiences. Each one seems to have affected you. If it was you before, I doubt you would have been so moved by accomplishing such a little task. That's from two. Oh, was it actually rude to say that an angel is like a human? At my concern, he slowly shakes his head in response. In the sunlight, his beautiful green-white hair sways and shines green-white. I did not think his hair had any hint of green. Where you see green at? Oh my goodness. Where y'all see green at? I see gray-white. Gray-white, not green-white. Huh. I guess.
いえ。
Two's, his lips, his eyes, his cheeks. Oh. All become like a flower in full bloom.
そんなことはありません。 私が人間に近づけたというならば、それはとても嬉しい。
In this moment, he had the most beautiful smile I had seen in the whole world. It's different from his usual well-ordered and gentle smile. Oh, too. Ah. I love it. It's an enchanting, shining, beautiful smile that seems to contain his thoughts themselves.
自分が誰よりも空虚で、周りとの溝が深いことはうすうす分かっていたのです。人間に最も近い姿なのに、人間に最も遠い存在なのだと何度も思い知ってきた。自分からそれを埋めるのは不可能で、だから周りが妥協してくれるのに甘え、諦めていたのです。でも今、あなたはそんな私を人間に、自分に近いと言ってくれた。
The temperature of his hands wrapping around mine rises.
私は自分に変化が起きたことが嬉しくてたまらない。
Me too.
そしてその変化をもたらしてくれたのは間違いなくあなたなのです、マスター。
That's me. Yes, me. Two nods.
あなたは私をそういうものだからと割り切ることはしなかった。
Well, I have said that. Outside of my character, I've said it.
私の世界をアンシャンテという小さな箱庭から広げてくれた。一つ一つを丁寧に教え、私が変わることを諦めないでいてくれた。
All of his joy seemed to well up at once. His words, asserted and delivered with confidence, were poignant.
私はもっともっとあなたの前であなたのために変わっていきたい。あなたに頼られる存在になりたいのです。ああ、私のこの内心を何と表現すればよいのでしょう。普段からたくさんの乙女ゲームにたくさんの心を語る言葉に触れているのに、それでもあなたへの感謝を表す言葉がうまく表現できないのです。
His smile, his kindness. Ah, what a wonderful smile. I naturally start to smile myself. With a tad of bashfulness, but thoughts stir within me. Too, I like your smile. I couldn't hold back the desire to express that, so I said it without hesitation. Dots and an exclamation point from two. However, as the words escape my mouth, a wave of embarrassment crashes over me. That's why, going forward, let's keep trying all kinds of things too.
Hi.
Like that, I said such an iniquitous. I can't pronounce the word. I said such an iniquitous line. Iniquitous. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Y'all know I'm about to look it up right now. Just a second. There we go. Now we gonna learn today. This is how you pronounce it. Innocuous. Iniquitous. Innocuous. It was one little off pronunciation right there. All right, so from the top. Like that, I said such an innocuous line to try to hide my embarrassment. That same day, in the evening, I booted up the Otome game I had received from Mr. Assistant and began to play it. Looks fairly familiar if you take that close up, and I'm gonna take a close up too. Well, not quite. I didn't really play it. I just got through the opening movie. Right, that's not playing it. Karoro sits in my lap staring at the game screen seemingly out of deep interest. Something about its story struck me. The genre of this game is fantasy, a world where magic is perfectly normal. The main character owns a general goods store. Sounds familiar. In other words, you're the heroine. Famous magicians and royalty, among others, come to visit. Players can romance man of all statuses. She's a shop owner, just like me. We're pretty similar. Maybe I'll be able to relate. Ah, the first choice appeared. This will raise affection level with someone, won't it? Without hesitation, I picked the choice that I think would raise affection level with the demure young man II had recommended to me. That sounds just like II. Ah, I did it. That raised his affection level, I think. That's right, Karoro. Karoro makes a fist and takes up a guts pose with me. Before I started, I wondered if I would struggle to play it correctly. In fact, I thought I'd totally suck. I had various concerns, but actually playing it wasn't too bad. At this rate, I'll be able to talk about Otome games as much as he does. When I begin to think of II, suddenly I recall his smile, his excitement for having changed, and the way he credited me. How II smiled at me like a flower gently blooming. A smiling face of his I'd never seen that didn't seem like his. As I think it over, I start to feel all warm inside. I know, with the dots, because you don't want to say it. Here it goes. I like it. That pure, genuine goodwill that we know of so far. When I received it so directly, yes, dots, even more dots. Even more dots. I know my heart is a-fluttering too. Just then, my hand stopped. Karoro began to tap me with his arms as if something was off. Huh? Of course, I was talking about his smile, you know. He's like, yeah, sure you are. I started making excuses to Karoro without much thought. I coughed in a forced way to clear my throat, then returned my attention to the Otome game. But this person, just as II said, is full of mystery. He won't even say his name, so they just call him Mysterious Young Man the whole time. Will he tell me if we get closer? But I think I would enjoy it, a real feeling, the process of growing closer. I'm feeling more motivated. I'll do my best to complete it. Several days later, I take a break from playing the Otome game. Whew, I'm finally out of enchant. For once, I wasn't leaving just to restock ingredients. My own private outing. It seems I'm not the only one who had a big change in feelings after that matter.
なぜみなして妨害をするのですか？彼女が出かけるのなら私も同行します。
He said, why are you obstructing me? You're obstructing justice.
だから連れはいらねえって本人が言ってんだろ。
そうそう荷物持ちを任されたならともかく女の子の買い物を邪魔するのは無粋だよ。
Very uncouth.
マスター、イルは我らが抑え込んでおく。今のうちに出かけると。
My men. Okay, then I'll be going now.
嫌です。待って。
Oh no.
私を置いていかないでください。
Oh, too.
マスター。
I feel so bad now. My two. I gotta take a game clip of that. He said, wait. Oh, why is he crying with sparkles out of his eyes too? He even cries pretty. Okay. Oh, I got tears coming out of my eyes. Happy tears, not the sad tear cries. Okay. Okay, I can't even see the words now. Okay. His sad cries elicits a feeling of guilt from me. Two was, according to Ignis, like a baby bird following its parent and had opened his heart to me. His parent, huh? Two left me with a hollow feeling. Like, being totally honest, I would rather be looked at in a different light. Dots. No. Why am I acting so full of myself? I shake off my idle thoughts and start walking in search of a boutique with next season's trends available. Now, who are you? No new friends. Huh? A passerby calls my name, so I stop to turn around. Ah! She's a little older than I remember, but I wouldn't fail to recognize her. There I see a friend from high school, beaming with a bright smile. I'm surprised too. When did you move to the city? It's just high school friends. She doesn't have a name. Delighted by our reunion, we join hands and bounce excitedly. Not much, but okay. Yeah, of course. After getting takeout coffee from a cafe, we leisurely sit down on a bench in a nearby park. Judging from the aroma and strong acidity, these beans must be based from Kilimanjaro, a brand of coffee bean and a variety cultivated around Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, which is in Africa if you guys don't know. It is widely known for its sweet aroma and acidity. And I can't wait to go one day and climb to the very top of Mount Kilimanjaro while listening to the opening of Space Dandy. That's my goal, that's my dream, and it will be accomplished. I look down at my blended coffee in my paper cup. I'll just read it how it is. I look down at my blended coffee in my paper from the perspective of a cafe owner. I take a sip for research, thinking it might have a more nuanced flavor profile. Oh, it's just a guess. I guess I drink so much coffee that I'm developing a palate for it. Question mark for, well, exclamation point for me. As I move to ask her how she knows, I remember that some of her relatives are entrepreneurs, so I consulted her. Just don't get involved with any of my men. They all mine. Yeah, of course. If I tell everyone beforehand, they can either hide or pretend, so there shouldn't be any issue. Decent, I guess. I make ends meet thanks to some regulars. They're 5 men, I guess. I just had to leave with that. You just had to say the men part. You should have just said you have 5 regulars. You didn't have to be so gender specific, especially in this age. Yeah, why are your eyes gleaming like that? So you're that kind of friend. Men hungry. Yes, all of them. I nearly choke on my coffee. Into them, as in, I didn't take after my grandpa's work to do things like that. That's, we gotta save it up. You know we gotta save it up because I gotta choose all options now that I know each option matters. So let's go with remain silent. I'm a workaholic. Not exactly. I'm gonna go with this one here. Right now, I'm in training to become a successful business owner. I'm not sure if I have time to date. Know what I mean? She's just like dots. Oh dang, she caught me. So let me load the next one up. Remain silent. Not exactly. No, I'll just do not exactly because I don't want to remain silent. If I wanted to, I could derail the topic or dodge the question, but I'm not really sure what it means yet, but there's someone in my life, but I can't quite place what it is we've got. Maybe I had a subconscious desire to speak with someone about these things that suddenly sprouted inside me. I give in and start slowly confessing it. It really is just someone I'm curious about. He's a bit off from normal people and clumsy. At first, I felt like I couldn't just abandon him and thought it was cute, but I'm aware that I'm turning bright red. But once I started talking, I couldn't stop. When things heated up, he made such a lovely smile, and I realized he's a man too. That straightforwardness and purity, something about it intrigues me, or so I think. Sometimes maybe that's for my friend. This silence is embarrassing. At least make some sort of comment. But it's nothing like wanting to date or anything. It's not a desire like that. Our relationship doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Finally, despite her saying nothing, I start making excuses. While she was puzzled at first after hearing my answer, she seems to nod. Okay, so let me load the other one back because I felt like I didn't get the full thing from that. So hold on. I know. I'm not gonna repeat everything. As expected of someone I spent over 3 years with, she's sharp. I give in and start slowly confessing it. Okay, so yeah. So it still leads into the same thing. So now for the last choice. Which I guess doesn't mean anything because it seems like I'm gonna still spill it all. I exercise my right to remain silent. I plead the fifth. Then you need to get a boyfriend first. My bad. Alright, I managed to dodge the question. Maybe not. I didn't manage. I give in and start slowly confessing it anyway. What the heck? Alright, I'm not gonna repeat it. While she was puzzled at first, after hearing my answer, she seems to nod. Yes, I know I'm repeating it, but it's near the end. You don't need to. She's holding her thumb up and making a sly face at me, and I shout back in response. More coffee? We'll be up all night. True. Next time you're around, let me know. I'll welcome you. And if I'm too busy during the day, you can drop by after closing time. It's been so long since I've seen her that I couldn't help from talking a lot. It seems I've been thinking about two more than I anticipated. How interesting. After a slight detour, I finished shopping and the sun had set. The air seemed strangely moist. The weather report said it would be clear all day. To check again, I take out my smartphone to open the weather app. Oops, I accidentally opened the SNS app next to it. I guess I can just look there for weather information. I casually open up the search menu. For what? Something must have happened. Because of my current location, a popular news article from my area is pinned to the top. Normally, I'd just ignore such things, but mysterious disappearances? My eyes honed in on these strange words. That reminds me, Ignis was reading an article about that earlier. I get a little curious, so I squint at the fine print. I hate when those fine prints be so small at the bottom. Y'all know what y'all be hiding. In this part of town, right where I stood, in other words, in the area near Enchant, there were several mysterious disappearances occurring. Sudden disappearances of people with no prior warning or trace, as though it's the work of a god or a fallen angel. Hold on. There are currently around 5 victims. They were last spotted at night before allegedly being abducted in back alleys. For some reason, they never came back out and vanished completely. That's right, without leaving a trace. There are already multiple search requests registered with the police. There's a chance it was overblown as it wasn't reported on TV yet. Mysterious disappearances creep me the heck out. If you guys watch Unsolved Mysteries, you'll know. That's for me, though. This town, in this area, at night, I look up into the starry night sky and quietly put my smartphone away. I wonder why. I'm suddenly getting scared. While mysterious disappearance has an unrealistic sound to it, it's still true that people have gone missing in this area, and that fans my fear. Luckily, there are still a lot of people around. I should go home before it gets really dark. Maybe because it's dinner time, the streets get less and less populated, and I can hear my footsteps echo as I walk. No, that's not possible. I only just read that news. It wouldn't happen to me right after. Or to someone else. My bad. Question mark, exclamation point. I hear a faint shout. It's a woman's voice. I think that's for me. The source of the voice was in the back of a dark barrow alley stretching between nearby buildings. For a moment, the darkness makes me hesitate. But I heard it. If I ignored it and went home, it would definitely bother me. I know. I am not saving nobody if I heard anything strange. That's y'all's beef, not me. Yes, I said it. I will not be saving anyone else but my own face. I hold my smartphone in one hand so I can call for help right away if need be and leap into the alley. This is where you met the Minotaur at. Relying only on what I heard, I check the surroundings, but where'd they go? Is anyone there? I tried calling out, but as expected, there's no reply. Just then, slightly, dots question mark. I noticed something at my feet that stands out a little. What could this be? I know it's something. I can't describe it. Considering the feeling from my fingers, I could tell it's something soft, but due to the faint light engulfing it, the outline is too blurry to tell. There's No sign of anyone. I rushed over pretty quick, so I figured I'd at least see a silhouette if something was happening here. So then, what was that shout? This area has a lot of bars. Maybe the rowdy voices of people echoed through here. Maybe? I don't know the truth, but there was no mistaking this is a dark place. In fact, if I stayed here, I wouldn't be able to defend myself. You don't say. Without thinking about it, I put something I picked up in my bag and decided to leave in a hurry.
Master!
Oh, was it you disappearing folk? Huh? Two! At the same time I emerge from the alley, Two comes swooping down from the night sky, and only slightly after, Canis appears from the path to Enchant. That was shocking. Did you come all the way here like that?
はい、夜も遅いので、あなたを迎えに行く許可をもらいました。きちんと姿を隠す術をまとってきましたので、ご心配なく。
Good job, Two.
そもそも空を飛ばなければ良い話なのだがすまない。一刻も早くあなたに会いたかったようでな。咎めないでやってほしい。
It's fine. In fact, I feel relieved. I was a little scared to go home by myself.
何かあったのですか?
I give the two of them a brief explanation of the incidents in the news.
神隠しですか? 奇妙な事件もあるものですね。ですが、今は私がいます。何かあってもあなたを必ず守りますから、心配しないでください。
I'm sure I'll rely on you. But just in case, we decide to hurry back to Enchant to avoid such an incident. Oh, right, too, about that game, I started playing through it seriously.
おお、ついにいかがです?現在の進捗と感想は。
I'm still not in any individual's route. I think I'm just about to start though. You put it best. It's certainly interesting. The world setting is well put together, and I can easily empathize with the heroine. And right now, I'm pursuing the character you recommended to me.
例の彼ですか?彼は、ネタバレは厳禁ですね。早くあなたと感想を語り合いたいというのに、ままならないものです。
No worries, I'll get there soon. With a lively conversation, I walk beside Two all the way home. That's from Canis. I'm sorry, my first scenario, hubby. He's probably jealous with that little green flare under his helmet. Canis is walking a step behind, warmly watching over us, I think. I'm back, Karoro. When I return to my room, I do a dancing turn with a welcoming Karoro in my arms. Then I sit on my bed and point to the game console I left. When I started talking about this game, Two smiled gleefully again. For Two's sake too, I must hurry and finish it. Like yesterday, I boot up the game with Karoro in my lap. It seems Karoro has taken a liking to this setup too. Let's see, the story so far was... Just before entering the individual route, the heroine fails a job entrusted to her and becomes depressed. She sits miserably in the park. There appears The mysterious man. The elegant yet esoteric young man smiles softly. Yes, I know how to pronounce that word, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. But this person, on closer inspection, he speaks politely and is super mellow. He kind of reminds me of II. How quaint. As I smile over it, I slowly press the confirm button. Oh, really? Well, take that world on, young man. Oh, shoot. I accidentally. Hold on. Rewind. So, yes, that's from me. Even more dots. More dots from me. What? Huh. I feel like I've heard that line before. Maybe. General perspective. Shortly before Enchant's opening time, before the owner, me, Renoni, made her way downstairs, 5 of the shop's regulars surround the table with serious expressions.
例の神隠し騒動に異世界か人外が関与しているですか?
The subject concerns the rumors which had circulated as of late, all about the mysterious disappearance incidents.
朝っぱらからよくわかんねえ話だな。つうか、異世界人外どうこうっても、アンシャンテ自体には関係ねえだろ。
まあね、直接的な関与がないのはもちろん僕も分かってる。ただ、妙な術式の痕跡があってね。できればミシェルといえる術の専門家である君たちに解析の協力を依頼したいんだ。
Monsieur and II exchange a look, prompting II to lift his eyebrow. While Enchant is unrelated, the disappearances took place not too far from it.
ホールの発生が原因ならば神隠しと言われるゆえんもわかるが、そうでないとなればいささか不可解でもある。それに万が一だが彼女自身が標的になった場合も考えると、
We should prepare for the worst. Each regular contemplates this thought themselves. Exclamation points from II.
何にせよ、まずは彼女にも話を通した方がいいだろうね。
マスター、おはようございます。今日は起床が遅かったのですね。
That's from me.
どうしました?私の顔に何かついていますか?
Sorry, II. I'm just half asleep. Also, why is everyone here? Even Rendo's here so early.
ああ、それは。
Back to my perspective. Thanks to the regulars, I was up to speed.
実は昨べもここから近い大通り周辺の路地裏で起きたみたいなんだ。姿を消したのは若い女性。時刻は20時ぐらいかな。
Exclamation points from me. The time and place takes me aback. Don't tell me. Could that have been the scream I overheard?
なんだよ。まさかお前、その場にいたのか?
Yep. I didn't see it directly, but I thought I heard a scream. I thought it was my imagination, so I didn't look into it.
仕方あるまい。何も知らないのであれば、噂は噂に過ぎないのだから。
そうですね。仮に女性が姿を消す瞬間に間に合っていたとしても、あなた一人で解決できるとは限りません。むしろ一緒に行方不明になっていたかもしれません。そのような可能性、想像するだけで恐ろしい。
That's from me. For now, I'll save my regrets for later. I had to focus on the situation and look out for any possible clues. When Rendo asked me to elaborate, possible clues. Just then I recalled a certain item. Please, wait just a minute. I hurried to my own room and returned back down with my bag. Last night I picked something up at the scene, but I don't really know what it is.
何かわかんねえ。なんだそりゃ。どういうことだよ。
I couldn't quite see it. It didn't have a shape. It was hard to make out.
見えない。ますますよくわからんな。
You don't say, Canis. Well, it would be faster to show than to explain, so I began to rummage through my bag. Wait, but the inside of my bag is dark. Did that mysterious light vanish? With little choice, I searched through the bag with just the shop's lighting and the feeling of my fingers. Then, I think this is it. I found something white in my bag. Without knowing what the item was, I pull it out and go to hand it over to Rendo. Oh, a feather. 2. With the movement of Rendo's hand, it glimmers in the sunlight. In exchange for its diminishing glow, however, we see that it is a single white, soft, and lovely feather. This appearance is related to non-humans. The strange object found at the scene was a stark white feather. All of us realized at once. That's from Monsieur. An angel's feather? Everyone's gaze focuses on two.
いいだ。もしや何か知っているのか。
Canis asks in a low voice. In that moment, Two clutches his chest and collapses on the spot. Two!
おい、どうした?
We hurriedly call to him, but he doesn't answer us. With raised nails, he tears at his chest. Normally, beautiful songs flowed through those full, beautiful lips. But now, there were only dry, disorderly gasps.
リンド、羽をかけて。
わかった。
Rendo follows Monsieur's demand and stows the feather in his pocket. As though he's forgotten how to breathe, Two continues to struggle. That's exclamation point for me. I quickly stoop down, rubbing his back as he agonizes. 2. Calm down, slow down, take deep breaths. After rubbing him for a while, I start patting at regular intervals to remind him of the breathing rhythm. As I repeat this, while still slight, 2 began to normalize. However, he's still in no condition to talk.
カヌス、このままイルを部屋に運んでくれる？
承知した。
While holding 2, Canis marched to the second floor. The once noisy cafe interior flips, and a dull silence filled the room. Dots from Rendo. After checking to make sure 2 is out of sight, Rendo once again takes the feather out. What could have happened to 2? Dots from Monsieur. A pure white feather, a pure white angel feather. Its beauty befits the word divine, but it was almost too beautiful, almost like it was sterile, too cold to be admired in any way of intimate way. What's eating 2? Back to his perspective. That's a couple exclamation points for 2. Timing right when Canis opened the door, I take the opportunity to leap inside alone. I shut the door. Then I place a powerful barrier on it to ward off any guests. Guests? Guests. Y'all know what that word is.
何をするイル？容体が落ち着くまで、せめて一人はそばについていなければ。
大丈夫です。大丈夫ですから。今はどうか一人にしてください。
That's from Canis. Perhaps out of heeding my begging, I hear Canis's footsteps grow faint as he walked away. Without turning on the lights, I clutch my chest once more and sit feebly on the floor.
あの羽はどうしてあんなものが人間界に。まさか他の天使が私を探しに。
Oh, the plot thickens, just like Canis says. Calm down. It's simply a coincidence. I desperately tell myself, as if letting down my guard would stop my breathing. That's for me. However, what if it's not a coincidence? What if the angels are related to the mysterious disappearances? They sure are. And if by chance they come in contact with Enchant, if Renoni, that's me, becomes involved, the girl who adores my smiling face and my identity, what if they tell her? That's from me as 2. I ponder the future in panic. I can tell I've gone pale without looking in the mirror. What entered my view was the presence of a certain thing in this room. Your basic Nintendo Switch. Here, finally, truly, at last, I realized that I've committed a terrible blunder.
あの作品を彼女が遊ぶということは私の正体を。
Well, dang, now I gotta finish through the game. What's your true identity? I can't hold my own face, but I touch my cold hand to my cheek. My trembling fingertips check the parts composing my face one by one. Above the eyelids, the cheeks, and the mouth. That's from me. What do I look like right now? What kind of face am I making? Isn't it distorted? Isn't it something missing? Renoni, that's me, said she likes my smiling face. Then,
この笑顔が偽物だと知られたら
so were you falsely smiling this whole time? No. No more need for assumptions. Without reason, my head says such a warning. First, I must take countermeasures in response to the current crisis. To do that,
思考しなければいつもの私に戻れるように
sounds like a good plan. Back to my perspective. After that, I tried visiting II's room several times with Monsieur and the others, but for some reason he staunchly refuses anyone entry, so we can't even see his condition. For the time until II calms down, we entrusted the mysterious disappearance investigation to Rendo. It's late. Monsieur's gone to the demon world. Canis and Ignis went out shopping for things possibly useful to nurse too. As for me, it's been a while, but I opened the book Grandpa left me. A section on angels. Here it is. I trace along the letters with my finger, following the text and illustrations. Envoys of God, a race brimming with benevolence, watchers over humanity. That's not too far from the image I always had of them. In that case, it seemed unlikely that such beings would get wrapped up in kidnappings. But seeing how an angel's feather was left at the scene, it can't be a coincidence. And moreover, I'm concerned about II's terrified reaction. I noticed my game console left forgotten on top of the table. That's right, I left it in sleep mode. I do that too. But I wonder if we actually should be powering it off. I can't really focus like this. I should power it off completely. Good call. As the thought comes to mind, I reach for the game console. But the moment I wake it from sleep mode, the Otome game I was playing before begins to play automatically. Oh, right, I had it on auto mode. Before I can press the stop button, the mysterious young man's line plays. Right. The heroine had been attacked by an animal in the forest and he had saved her. As I switch the power off, I think to myself, the more I play, the more I see II in this guy. It went beyond a surface observation, his expressions, tones, even remarks. Wait, could he be copying this character out of respect because he likes him so much, maybe? I wouldn't know for sure without asking, but that seems like something he would do. How like II. I put the game and book away on the shelf, then psych myself up a little. For now, maybe I'll make a float or something to help soothe II's nerves. I don't like root beer, but an orange float would be good, or a Coke float. As I think this and exit my room, that's exclamation point from II. Right when I descend to the second floor, I come across II emerging from out of his own room. II, are you feeling better?
はい どうにか心配をかけてしまい申し訳ありません。
II's tone as he speaks has mellowed completely. His breathing also looks steady. Considering how shaken up he was, I thought it would take a long time for him to calm down, but hey, do you mind if I ask, what got you so shaken up earlier? He tilts his head at me. It seems II was already anticipating that I would ask it. He makes a small nod, then answers in a low bellow.
私は打天使ですから。
I already figured as much.
普通の天使に見つかり捕まるとお仕置きというか再教育のようなことをされてしまうのです。
I don't think that's the whole truth, but I'll take it for now. Punish you? It was an ominous statement, but seeing how frightened II was, there's no mistake, it's a severe punishment. I see, but I don't want to pry too much, only to disturb him once again. For now, I'll just be content that II is so lively again.
マスター、少しよろしいですか？例のゲームですが、今どこまで？
Oh, I'm pretty far. A ringtone goes off, interrupting his question. Oh, that's me. Sorry, just a second. I thought it would be from Rendo calling after returning to GPM, but the name displayed on screen belongs to an unexpected person. Hello? Moshi Moshi? The friend. It's the cheerful voice of my old friend with whom I reunited the other day. Her voice is a little on the loud side, so I'm sure II, who stood right next to me, could hear her. No worries. I just happened to be on break. What's up? Come on by. Huh? Come through where? Wait, right now, I hurriedly checked the clock in my console's home menu. 9 p.m. The faint woman's scream I heard that night reverberates through my head. You shouldn't. Didn't you see the news? There's been mysterious disappearance close to here. And she's gonna be gone next. Wait, the disappearances aren't a hoax! Dots for me, exclamation point. My desperate persuasion goes in vain and the call ends. With that incident yesterday, the worst possibility fills my head and I can't speak.
会話の内容からして通話相手はあなたと親しい人間なのですね。
I nod frantically. II appears just a little indecisive for a moment, then...
では、今すぐ彼女を迎えに行きましょう。何かが起きようと起きまいと、先に保護してしまえば良い話です。
Yeah, until you get caught by your fellow angels. Right. There's no point in standing around. I send word by SNS to Kanas and the others since it wastes time to wait for their return. Then I dash out into the night town along with II. II promptly determines the shortest route from her hotel to the shop and leads the way. Following that path, we run along in search of her. Where could she be? Don't tell me she already... The moment I think that... Oh my gosh, come on, yo. Exclamation point from the both of us.
捕まってください。一気に悲鳴の出所へと飛びます。
Without waiting for my answer, II holds my body and takes flight. The complex interweaving alleys are no obstacle to him flying in the air. He finds the silhouette right away. Still supported by II, we make a soft landing. At the same time, II returns to the form he usually lives as. At the end of his stern gaze, oh, my friend with dots from her. She's collapsed limply on the ground. Several shadows encircled her. Dots from these folk, angel folk. Ah, I've never seen that expression on II. Dots and an exclamation point. Angels! Moreover, unlike II, their wings were pure white. Is this what angels really looked like? Right, II, are you okay? I recall his panic in the morning and hurriedly look over to check.
問題ありません。さすがにこの状況で動揺するわけにもいかないでしょう。
As he says this, II faces straight at the angels.
問いましょう。かつての同胞たちよ。一体なぜ人間界に、そしてなぜ人間たちの誘拐などを。もしやあのお方の命令で。
That's from the angels.
期待はしていませんでしたが、やはり何も答えませんか。
肯定しよう。
Exclamation point from II. The angels were silent the whole time, but the man in the center finally speaks.
あのお方はこの世界にも信託を下し、救済されることをご決断なされた。
That doesn't sound good at all. Refers to gods transmitting their thoughts or will to those in a lower world, such as humans on Earth. In this game, it refers to God sending commands down to angels.
おち天使、お前も本来の役目に戻り、あのお方のご意志を叶えるか。
That's from II exclamation point. I pause, wondering what they mean. But as I turn, I see a beam of light draws a magic circle around my friend. Before I can say anything,
させません。
that's from this angel bee guy, our girl. Suddenly, light flies by like the wind and pierces the wing of one of the angels. When I look over, around II in graceful stance, several magic circles of dazzling light in the form of crosses have appeared.
戦闘の前に確認。周囲への被害を最小限に抑え、かつ友人に傷をつけない状態で奪還すればよいのです。
That would be most helpful. Can you do that?
可能ですとも。
Possibly. We'll make it more of a certainty, please. With a smile, countless arrows of light fly out of the magic circles in all directions. He takes aim at the angels scattered about and shoots them all at once. Dots and an exclamation point from those angels. The arrows instantly hit several of the angels and slam their bodies into the ground. Upon seeing this, the remaining angels attempt to flee.
人間たち、マスターの心に害を与えている以上、多少のダメージは覚悟しなさい。
Without a single pause, II activates his second attack. With even more speed than before, the sharp weapons of light illuminate the gloomy alleyway. Damn. The dots and the exclamation point from those angels. Regardless of by air or land, the angels who tried to flee are mercilessly shot in the wings and legs. With a flutter, a countless number of battered feathers fall to the dirty ground. And one beat later, all the angels feebly drop to the ground.
やはり加減をすると大したダメージは与えられませんね。
I think it's more than enough. But it's true, while the angels are unconscious, none of their wounds seem fatal. Maybe this is II's mercy.
さて、一段落しましたし。
So you couldn't do that against Ignis because you were sure getting beat the heck up too. Soon, with a leisurely pace unthinkable after a battle, II advances along the night road. He heads towards the angel right in front of my friend, kneeling and unable to move.
そちらの女性を返してもらいましょうか。
Dots from that angel. With a gentle smile that could be taken as friendly, II doesn't wait for the angel's reply and extends his hand towards her. But before his delicate fingers reach her, from far in the night sky, light comes flying down like a shooting star. What? In the alley's melancholy air, II, with his pure white skin, has his right arm sliced off? Dots. Less dots. What? The splashing sound of flowing, falling blood. With the smell of iron, the cut-off arm falls into the center of the puddle. Y'all, this is craziness. The white sleeve cut off along with it slowly soaks in red color. Hold on. As though waiting for this opportunity, the collapsed angels disappear into surges of light. However, right now, more important than that, II, I want to believe this is a dream. With a trembling body, I fearfully look at II, but no matter how many times I look, below his right elbow, there's nothing, just dripping red. II! I scream with no voice. First aid. Contact everyone. I need to do something. As I toil with indecision, watching the tragedy unfold before my eyes, my body won't do what I tell it to.
油断しましたね。離れた場所に光栄がいましたか。丁寧に転送の下準備までして。
So what, you gonna grow your arm back like Piccolo? However, he himself seemed totally unconcerned.
それにしても、よりによって利き腕を飛ばすとは不便ではないですか。
Dominant hand for what to? Let me stop. Those are my thoughts. He sighs in a somewhat pouty way. Using his left arm and the rest of his body, II carries my friend over to me. He totally ignores the angels who fled and his own injury. Drip, drip. Blood still drips from his severed right arm.
はい、どうぞ。約束通り無傷で取り戻しましたよ。
So where was all that when Ignis was getting at your ass too? You over here with a cut off arm. He was getting mangled. He was about to get eaten. All right. He looks happy about it. With an innocent smile, he holds her out to me. Sure, of course, I'm happy she's safe. But II, my breaths are trembling. How could he, despite such a wound, despite bleeding so much, smile like he normally would?
どうしました、マスター。もしや人違いではありませんよね。
Far from it. Everything was the matter. II, your arm and you're bleeding.
この程度の傷であればすぐに修復できますが。
Like I thought. But doesn't it hurt? We need to We need to hurry and stop the bleeding.
ですからすぐに治りますよ。
The conversation goes in circles, and I'm the one to lose. The moment the choking smell of blood from his body reaches me, dots for me. My vision goes blurry. I know I shouldn't at a time like this, but I just can't stop it. Tears start spilling from my eyes. I'm sorry too. It's all because I told her about Unshot in the first place. Because of me, you've been hurt. As I cry and apologize, II lowers my friend to the ground and starts to babble in confusion.
待ってください。どうしてあなたがこの程度のことで泣くのです？きちんと友人を取り戻したのですよ。今回は失敗もせず、周囲に被害も与えていません。
Oh, II.
私は喜んでくれると、笑ってくれると思ったのに。
Several dots and an exclamation point from II. After going silent for a while, II moves his uninjured left arm and grasps my hand. He gives me a warm, reassuring smile.
心配しないでください。この程度の怪我、あなたのことを思えば大したものではありません。
What the heck? Is that a double up? Who's speaking with him? What the fuck? Ah! Why am I so scared of that? Like, I thought, like, what? Ah! Got me some Doki Doki right quick. Why am I so scary? That voice and that smile, it was uncanny. Wait, without a doubt, it played out exactly as it had in the Otome game. It was practically the same line. I shiver. A strange chill runs up my back. Regardless of how fond he was of him, copying it out of respect, even in a situation like this, is kind of lame. I mean, what do you expect? He has no real, well, aside from her grandpa, that it was kind of scary. II, are you? That's from II. Suddenly, strength leaves II's neck. II! I hurriedly call to him as he hangs his head, losing consciousness. So you really were just forcing yourself. That wound must hurt. I was an idiot for thinking about Otome games in a situation like this. The details can wait for later. I need to prioritize stopping his bleeding. I reach for his torn garment, thinking it could be useful to bind his wound. That's from II. That's from me. And a question mark. In a soft voice, II starts muttering something.
肉体損傷 10% を超過。自己再生プログラムを起動。霊力の代替エネルギーとして地下の流脈より気を組み上げ変換。肉体の再構築を開始します。
Are you an angel or a robot? Refers to energy lines flowing underground according to studies such as in Feng Shui? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Feng Shui? Feng Shui. Oh shit, I forgot. I say it all the time, but when you actually look at the word, it's like, what the heck? Feng Shui. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah, so ley line. Feng Shui. Yeah. Excuse my Chinese. That's question mark exclamation point for me. II's body is engulfed in a silver light. To protect my eyes from the glare, my eyelids ignore my will and forcibly seal off my vision. Several seconds later, that's from me. I sense the light has faded and fearfully open my eyes. Your arm is back. That's from II. There, I see II looking down at his perfectly healed right arm. When I look over, his right arm and the blood pooled on the ground have vanished without a trace. However, Despite his wound being healed, his facial expression is still one of unease.
マスター、今私は何か妙な発言をしていませんでしたか？
You sure did. I couldn't answer at all, but my silence was taken as an answer to his question. That's from II. II is shaken by that strange occurrence being seen. I can tell to a painful degree. Afterwards, Ignis and the others who saw my message came rushing over. Thanks to Rendo dealing with the matter, my friend who was almost taken by the angels is brought to a hospital. As for II, whose right arm was cut off despite being fully healed, Ignis and the others threw him into an empty room for treatment and told him to rest in bed. The whole time, he and I didn't exchange a single word.
本当に天界の天使たちが誘拐事件の犯人だったとはね。
天の使いが人さらいね。天界っつうのはそんなろくでもねえ場所なのか。
Hold on just a second.
しかし
That's for me. All the regulars, excluding Messier, who was in the demon world, were conscious of II. I admit everything I can remember about what happened at the time as they sat attentively.
天使たちがイルに誘拐の協力を促したというのは間違いないのか。
I nod without saying a word. Without my response, Rendo sighs deeply.
何が目的かはわからないけど、しばらくはイルの動向をきちんと監視する必要があるかな。
I know what their motive is. They're here to deliver the word of God and take II back. But you ain't finna get II back. Rendo, that's... I can understand what he means. As the person who monitors Enchant, if any of the non-humans act strangely, Karo Rendo must act accordingly as per his duty as a member of GPM.
我もまさかとは思うが、天界と天使、その双方には謎が多いのも事実。リンドウの懸念はもっともだろう。
下手すりゃあいつが自覚してねえっつうパターンもあり得るしな。
That II is being used somehow by the angels? After nodding, Ignis starts to run his hand through his hair.
今まで意識してこなかったけどよ。そもそもあいつなんで人間界に完全に居ついてんだ。打天使だから追われてるっつって、あいつの実力なら大抵のやつはぶっ飛ばせるだろ。
He can blow you away though. Wait, Ignis, you don't know?
ああ、アンシャンテはそのあたり互いに不干渉ってか気にしねえのが暗黙のルールだったからな。そこんとこどうなんだよ、カヌス。ここの最古さんはお前だろ。
それなのだが、我もまたお前と同様にイルの父親あつらい天使のことを何も知らぬのだ。
So he really is the mysterious young man, or just man,
気
angel.
づいた時には存在していたとしか説明できん。
With Canis's remarks, everyone's eyes open wide.
当時アンシャンテに来店していた人海は 我とミシェルの二人のみだったのだが
So he said Canis was here the longest. So Canis came first, then Messire, then II, then Ignis. That's what it sounds like.
我には一時長期にわたりメディオへと帰還していた時期があってな、そこから戻ってきたのは
ああ、カヌスおかえり。ほら、君も挨拶しなよ。
はじめまして。あなたもこの店の常連なのですね。私はII Fado de Rie と申します。
II Fado de Rie. See? My hearing. I just called him
ミシェ
II.
ルと共に当然のようにカウンターに座るイルの姿があったのだ。
I see now. No wonder he doesn't know anything. That means II came to the shop while Canis was away. Does that mean Grandpa and Messire were the ones to welcome him?
振り返ればイルはあまりに早くこの店に馴染んだように思う。アンシャンテにもともといた彼の存在に我が気がついていなかったという線もあり得るな。
何にせよイル本人と当時のことを知ってるミシェルに話を聞かねえとは始まらねえな。
That's right. Calum. Angels. I had never made the connection before, but now it was all clearing up. However, what was that strange condition II was in before? That reminds me, the other angels spoke in a similar way. There was no tone to their voice. I always had a divine, dignified image of angels in my mind. What exactly are angels? That seems like the end of the chapter. I can already tell. Oh, it's not. Nice. My prediction was off. II's perspective. What the heck? Dots. Even more dots. Television static. Some more dots. Calling. Dots. Speaking. Two figures. They smile softly at me. So he was created? What the heck? Is he not an angel? Why? Why me? Why a face like that, of all things? No matter what I think, I fail to understand, but I feel compelled to respond. If I don't answer that gentle voice, I sense without any basis that I'll lose something, but I don't know how to answer. So instead, I try to extend my hand. More dots. Ah, I just want to hear it. One more time. That voice. I extend my hand to the figures. I'm so close to reaching them. The figures vanish. What appears in their place is red, red, red. Sinking into it are two... Ooh, my eyes. Dots, exclamation points for me. I shout words without meaning and leap. While not as bad as this morning, my breathing is rough. I desperately try to calm it and survey my surroundings to get a grasp of my location in an empty room at Enchant. Ah, right. The moment we returned, Ignis and the others forced me to go to bed. Still, I blame the contact with the angels. So they really did seem to know about me. Fortunately, they didn't speak of my background. However, I think that's only a matter of time. Dots from me. No, it's still possible to deal with this. In short, I need to restrain the angels myself before they contact me, Renoni, and hand them over to GPM. Furthermore, right now, I need to prioritize consideration of something else. That's me. I cannot shake the image of her crying face from my mind. She shed tears while grieving at the death of the school of Pacus. What the heck? Oh, Pacus. Oh yeah, but they didn't actually die though. But this time, unlike the last, nobody died. Why did she cry? Was it something I did? With staggered steps, I rise from bed and return to my own room. I reach for the game console set near my hammock. It's not powered on. How far must she have progressed into this? Calculating from the time she started, there's no mistake that she has begun approaching the truth. My brain calls for stillness. Any further is dangerous. Don't get taken in. I've long understood such things. However, in the end, this is all I have to cling to. Gazing at the screen showing only my own face, seeking an answer, I repeat.
どうしてあなたと同じことをしたはずなのにわからないわからない
My head creaks. What is this uncertainty swirling in my chest? For some reason, slowly, inside my head, an unknown black thing swells within my cranium. I don't know what this is. It looks like a sterile. What the heck? Am I God now? The plan progresses without any deviation. Soon, that thing will manifest a nova of mental instability in him.
現状拘束済みの個体は全て揃っているな。
Dots from these fallen angels. At my voice, the fools with black stained wings thrash about in exaggerated motions. I don't know what they would complain about, but there's no need to know. I simply fulfill the task entrusted to me.
天使たちよ、我らが神はお前たちに許しの機会を与えた。それを掴み取りたければ。
I narrow my eyes and declare.
断罪の運命に打ち勝ってみせよ。
Okay. Whatever this is, I know we'll know soon enough. Back to my perspective.
どうか元気を出してください。私はあなたの笑顔が見たいのです。私にできることはありませんか？あなたが望むことならどんな奇跡でも起こしてみせましょう。
That's from me. I cut the power. This isn't the time to play games. While I know that, when I spotted this when I woke up in the morning, I was too curious to leave it. I played a bit more. That's from me. Even I don't know why I decided to turn the power on. It's just, there was a vague anxiety in my heart. This game could hold some sort of key, or at least I hoped. Life is love. I need to have a meeting with everyone soon. I should go downstairs. What meeting, you may ask? Of course, it has to do with the abductions. Even though it hasn't been a whole day, the amount of kidnappings was growing, and the hubbub would soon become impossible for GPM to keep secret. If it was all over Japan or also overseas, an excuse could still be made, but the missing people only came from this town, from the vicinity of Anshan. Due to this, GPM increased their surveillance on II significantly. In the middle of this, Rendo makes a bitter face, arriving with a certain person in tow, Mikado. Oh, the assistant.
正式な要請が下りた。天界カイルムの神隠しに加担している打天使の身柄引き渡しを要求する。
That's from me. Everyone seems unsurprised and no one moves. Earlier that morning, Monsieur returned. We hoped to speak with him about Caleb and the angels, yet they came at the worst possible timing. As expected, Monsieur makes a displeased face and looks straight at Mr. Assistant.
それを聞いてさ、俺たちが素直に「はいどうぞ」なんて応じると本気で思ってるの？第一君さ、開発部の下っ端でしょ？何の権限があってそんなことを言ってるのかな。
いや、それが実は彼ちょこちょこ情報課にも出向に来てて。
Oh, so he does have some clearance then.
その縁で辞令を下された。この店に対し市場を挟む林道薫に代わり、私へ監視役を任ずると。
I'm sure Rendo tried to oppose that, but it was no good. I knew that to be the case, while Rendo probably had no desire to help him, makes no attempt to obstruct him.
そちらにどのような事情があっても、イルの身柄を引き渡すわけにはいかん。
なぜお前たちの許可が必要なのか。
Kana's like, don't get me angry.
我らはこの店の所有者たる人外の管理者、つまりマスターに対し交渉を持ちかけている。ただの客に過ぎないお前たちに口を挟む権利はない。
No, we're all friends. That's from me, exclamation point. The conversation suddenly swings to me. That's not possible. Suddenly demanding us to hand II over to you is too much. Without hesitating, I refuse. Stay calm, I say this to myself and face Mr. Assistant. True, II has secrets, but I'm the owner of Enchant. I need to trust my regular customers more than some unknown researchers. Of course, II has some sort of relation to the angels. After all, they come from the same homeland and they're the same race. But isn't it too much to suspect him just because of that?
奴が天使たちの協力要請を受けたという証言をしたのは他ならぬお前のはずだ。
That's true, but II fought them. He saved my friend. Isn't that better evidence than anything that he refused their request?
あらかじめ奴らと辻褄を合わせ演技をした可能性もある。
Damn. That cover up. Is there any proof of that? Yes, that's from you, assistant. That silence must indicate otherwise. I start to stay silent to press the point further. But I take a big breath. I believe in II. There's no way he would help with kidnappings.
いかなる理由を根拠にした宣誓なのか。
Huh? My body stiffens at the unexpected rebuttal. Mr. Assistant's cold voice resounds from under his hood. That's an exclamation point from me. For some reason, I feel an unexplained sense of dread. Because II was really honest and...
それがあの打天使の正しき本質だと。
Who knows? Dang, I don't want to doubt my II, but...
天使の生態を完璧に理解した上で、お前は間違いないと断言できるのか？
I don't. I want to say, of course.
ダメージを確認。肉体損傷 10% 超過。自己再生プログラムを起動。
Sounds like a self-spoken AI.
霊力の代替エネルギーとして地下の流脈より気を組み上げ変換、肉体の再構築を開始します。
That's from me. That memory flashes by in my head, blocking my throat from objecting. I thought he would mercilessly press the point, but contrary to my expectations, Mr. Assistant doesn't question further.
引き渡しに拒否の意を示されたのは事実。だが、こちらにも決定的な証拠がない。強硬策に出たとして、5年前の戦闘と同じ結果になるのは明らか。
5 years ago.
よって、交渉方針を変更する。妥協案として、天使の捕獲計画への協力をお前たちに要請しよう。
Angel? Arrest?
肯定だ。実行は困難。この条件を飲むのなら、打天使の身柄引き渡しを要求しない。
I will not. That's for me, though. I look around at everyone to see if it would be dangerous to accept.
僕は悪くはない意見だと思う。天使たちを捕まえて真実を語らせれば、イルの無実は証明されるし。
だな。それにこのまま天使どもの好き勝手にさせんのはうざってえし。馴染みのある人間たちに被害が及ぶのも好ましくない。
With Rendo's advice, Canis and Ignis nod in approval. That's from Monsieur. Only Monsieur maintains his silence. But I want to prove II's innocence too. I understand. We'll cooperate in whatever way we can. Following the majority vote, I give the final answer as the owner.
けど、捕獲っつってもどうすんだよ。罠でもあんのか。
皇帝、おとりを用い天使が行動を起こすのを待つ。
Let me guess. I'm the lure. A lure, you say? Don't tell me you're going to use a person. There. Rendo shakes his head in denial.
さすがに厳しいだろうから、ミシェルに幻覚とかそういう類の協力を頼めるとこっちはありがたいんだけど
ね。もちろんできなくはないよ。俺夜はどうしても魔界に帰らなきゃいけないんだよね。
What you gotta do at night in the demon world, Monsieur? You've been here at night plenty of times. Oh, right. You always go back every day, at least before the turn of day.
だから作戦に参加しても途中離脱がもう。
I can't wait to get to his route to see what the heck he be getting on in his world.
今すぐ魔界に戻っていいなら、もろもろ用事を片付けてくるから、たとえ夜でも余裕で手伝うんだけどさ。
その意見を却下する。
What?
お前たち自身もあの打天使に対する協力関係の疑いがある。
Okay, now you just be an extra assistant. You an assistant.
よって作戦開始まで人間界を離れることを禁ずる。
So if he has to go back at night, that means he's gonna help out and then leave in the middle of the operation. So what the heck are we really doing?
当然金を破ればあの打天使に対する権威は深まり、より今後の自由に制限がかかるものと思え。
Das from Monsieur. He's like, you really want me on your bad side? Or you really want to be on his bad side? That means Monsieur is going to be forced to leave in the middle of everything, like I thought. By the way, do you have any intent of letting II join the operation?
容疑者に参加する資格があるとでも
Right.
ならばメディオから現実に長けた妖精を何匹か連れてこい。少々扱いには困るだろうが、女王からの命令があればどうにかできるであろう。
At Canis' suggestion, Mr. Assistant says it would be useful and makes arrangements for time. Then he accepts a temporary return.
よし、じゃあ決まりだな。
Taking Ignis, hitting his two clenched fists together as a signal, the plan is set. It will execute tonight. We projected the time of the next kidnapping, which is when the fairies will scatter decoys. Canis and Ignis, along with multiple GPM personnel, will patrol the area. If any angels trip a trap, they'll rush over and restrain them. Sounds simple enough. Rendell will be at GPM headquarters to take command of Intelligence Division personnel. Me and the suspect II, along with Mr. Assistant as a monitor, will stay in the shop. Monsieur will also stay at the shop on standby and will rush over if something happens. I know I'd just get in the way, but I hated not being able to contribute. After the roles were divided out, I was sighing in dejection when...
女子くんだっけ？一つ意見させてもらっていい？
That's from the assistant. With a face hard to read for emotions, Monsieur speaks to Mr. Assistant.
わざわざ夜を待たなくてもさ、今すぐに天使を捜索すればいい話じゃない。
昼では人払いにも限界がある。
そんなのこっちの認識阻害でどうとでもなるよね。
発見したとして人のいる場で戦闘が発生した場合、その席を GPM が追い切れる保証はない。
That's from Monsieur. That's from the assistant. Neither hides their suspicion, and the two silently press their views into the
こ
other.
れ以上の議論は無駄と判断する。異を唱えるほど打天使への疑いが深まると知れ。
Wow.
では監視業務のため私にも部屋を提供してもらおう。
Oh, in that case, there's an
アレカ
empty...
リアの検査の際、内部構造は把握している。案内は不要だ。
Okay. Just do your thing then. Mr. Assistant cuts off the dispute on his end, then quietly goes up the stairs. The inside of the shop is suddenly silent. During this, Canis walks over to Monsieur.
ミシェル、お前にも問いたいことがある。作戦まで時間がない。担当直入に聞くぞ。
While he initially tilts his head in puzzlement at Canis' stern words, Monsieur quickly goes back to listening.
思えばお前は以前からイルのことを気にかけていたな。外出制限などの過保護が最たる例だろう。ミシェル、イルが外出することにやはり反対なのか。
そりゃこいつは一人で放っておくと何するかわかんねえし、あいつと二人で出かけるのも初めてだろうけどよ。そこまで過保護に見ることはねえんじゃねえか。実際俺よりずっと年上なんだしよ。
みんなの意見もわかるんだけど、それでも心配は心配っていうか。
That's from Monsieur.
今までは我と同様、イルの危うさに影響されているものだと思っていたが、 違うのでもないか。今回の一件やイルの過去について何か知っているからこそ悟られぬよう彼を庇護していたのではないか。
That last word is you. I don't know why I'm blocking it. That really was direct. Everyone here waits for Monsieur to start moving his lips. But that's for Monsieur. After a lengthy silence, Monsieur slightly averts his gaze under Canis's questioning, then he mutters this somewhat bitterly. Afterwards, at the same time, Rendo returns to GPM for the operation.
おはようございます。
With an almost singing, elegant yawn, Tu comes down the stairs. Effects of the day before his injury or agitation from the events. It's as though not a single trace remains of such things. Without noticing my sense of discomfort, Tu heads at his own pace to an empty seat.
おはようってお前、降りてこねえと思ったらマジで寝てやがったのか。
昨日おとなしく寝ろっと指示したのはあなたとカヌスでは？私はそれに従ったまでですが。そうだな。てめえはそういうやつだったよ。
誘拐の嫌疑がかかっているとは思えぬほどののんきさだな。
嫌疑？何の話です？
It means you're prime one suspect too. You see, with a bit of awkwardness, I start talking to Tu when Tu lightly presses his temples and groans. Tu, are you okay? You really must still feel unwell.
いえ、大丈夫です。それよりも話の続きをお願いしても。
Is he really okay? While concerned, I explain the general situation to Tu.
なるほど。確かにこの状況では私に疑いの目がかかるのは仕方のないことですね。
That's putting it lightly.
しかし事実ですので、ここで違うとわめいたところで容疑が晴れるわけでもありません。ですが本当に全員で天使の捕獲を？どうもそれにだけは抵抗が。
お前への疑いを晴らすためだっての。ぶつくさ文句言うんじゃねえ。
That's from Tu.
いる。この際だ。展開がいかなる世界なのか、お前の口から語ってはくれぬか。
それなら以前林道の聞き取り調査の際に語りましたよ。美しい世界だと。
Yeah, that's all you said. For some reason, everyone looks at me at the same time. Just a feeling, but they want me to start talking with Tu and get information out of him, I think. Fine, I don't mind. Then for start, I say this and start searching for words that Tu will swallow. What kind of world is it? I can already see asking like that will only get vague answers like just now. In that case, alright, it's settled. About Calum, besides angels and fallen angels, what kinds of things exist in that world? You don't say. Huh, I see. God. Some dots.
Kami?
Yeah, I mean, you should know, Monsieur. You're the opposite of that world, so aren't you, who you are? The devil. He said it so casually, everyone shouts in surprise at the same time. By God, you mean that God?
はい、天使が仕える天上のお方です。
What?
さすがにこれは予想外かな。
You should have expected it though.
なぜ皆がそこまで驚いているのかはわかりませんが。
It seems like II decides we want more details about God.
天使たちにとって神、あのお方の命令は絶対です。逆に言えば、それ以外の理由で行動することはない。堕天使はその命令に背くか、あのお方が定めた法を破り落ちた存在。私もそれに該当しますね。
So you broke the law, or you ignored his commands to kidnap people.
ほうだ。お前んとこにも人間界みてえなめんどくさいルールがあんだな。
His face. Yeah, there's the 10 commandments and whatever other orders he probably delves out to them.
まあ。
だとすると、今回の神隠しはまさに文字通り。神本人が企ててるってわけね。
II nods yes.
ですが、どうにも解せぬことが。以前林道にも語っていましたが、展開は非常に閉鎖的な世界です。ホールの件もありますし、異世界に対する警戒程度はしますが、それ以外には徹底的に無関心を貫きます。故に人間を誘拐するなど、自らトラブルを起こすような真似はしないはずなのですが。
戦争でも起こす気なんじゃねえのか。人間界を支配してとか。昔そんなノリのやつがここのゲートから出てきたじゃねえか。コテンパンにして送り返したけどよ。
いえ、それだけは断じてありえません。
なんで断言できんだよ。
神が最も嫌う行為だからです。あのお方が最優先とするのは天界の安寧という名の普遍。益や発展が得られると分かっていても、カエルムに変化をもたらす要因は全て排除する。それが天界における絶対的な法なのです。
要するに現状維持至上主義、良くも悪くも変化を嫌うってことか。
But in that case, why are the angels here? The angels left the heavenly world and came to the human world. In a way, isn't it change?
明らかに法とやらと矛盾しているな。
それについては何もわかりません。私がこちらで過ごしている間に展開に何かあったのかもしれませんね。
It seems there's no more information that II can tell us. While we were talking like this, we didn't realize how much time had passed. With little choice, Ignis entrusted with the patrol role and Kanas leading the ferry stand up.
にしても急にでかい話になってきやがった。これ以上の面倒にならなきゃいいがな。
Yeah, that's right. The sky is starting to stain orange. The time for the operation approaches and everyone heads to their assigned positions. Then, that's from Monsieur. That's from me. Monsieur puts a finger over his mouth and waves me over. And that question mark after that. Be quiet is what he must mean. What could he want to talk about? Upon determining this, I walk over with footsteps hushed as well as possible, and we go outside unshot. Holding a large bag, Karia is standing in front of the shop. Huh? Is what I'm about to shout in surprise, but I hold it back at the last moment. Karia, why are you here?
ミシェルに呼ばれた。泊まれる準備をしてこっち来いって。
そうそう。例の作戦が終わるまで彼にもここにいてもらおうと思ってね。
Monsieur lightheartedly pats Karia on the shoulder like usual, but I can't overlook this. That'll be dangerous. Right now, this is related to the kidnappings.
犯さなくて大体の事情は聞いてる。天使たちによる神隠しだっけ。
If you know, that's all the more.
そういうのいらない。蚊帳の外にされんのが一番きつい。詳細はごまかしたけど、両親からは許可もらってるし。何かあっても、あんたが責任を追及されたりしないよ。
I don't know why I'm just not thinking that, but he's looking like a mini Susumaru. That's not the issue. I'm just worried about you. While I'm trying to persuade him, Karia makes a face of mixed feelings.
協力させて。ちょっと会話が成立しないし、たまに痛いところついてくるけど。数学を教えてくれたり、ゲームハード貸してくれたりするし。
Oh.
いるのがずっと好きだよ。だからイルにかけられてる疑いを晴らしたい。アリバイを証明する人数は多い方がいいだろう。
That's for me. That's right. Karia was another regular at the shop. He's probably worried about II. Then I was hit with something obvious. I got it. Thank you, Karia. Let's work together.
変なの。イル本人じゃなくて、あんたがお礼言うとか。
Karia briefly smiled, but he quickly stiffened his
で
expression.
もアリバイ云々だけが俺を呼び出した理由じゃないよね。ミシェル、どういうつもり？
保険だよ。
Insurance? Monsieur nods to a window on Enchant's second floor with his chin, the assistant. That position is probably the empty room that Mr. Assistant is in. What about Mr. Assistant?
彼、どうも真意が読めない。気が臭いっていうか。今回の作戦に俺を絶対参加させないよう動いてるようにも見えた。
That reminds me. He was really insistent on it being at night when you wouldn't be here. I nearly forgot, but Rendo is our observer from GPM. In that case, information about Monsieur going to the demon world every night would reach Mr. Assistant.
今逆らってもいいことはなさそうだから、ひとまずは様子を見るけど、信用はできそうもなくてね。
According to him, he also told Ignis and the others to slip by the GPM personnel with them and to try to return early. But it seems Monsieur is extremely worried about Mr. Assistant. It seems that wasn't enough.
まあ念には念をってね。というわけでちょっと耳貸して。
何？
Karia walks closer and Monsieur goes right up to his ear. That's from Monsieur. That's from Karia. I can't hear what they're talking about, and Karia makes a confused face. But it seems he agreed by the end. He silently nods back. After that, to hide himself from Mr. Assistant, Karia waits quietly on standby in the kitchen, using the perception obstruction there to mask his presence. I should also watch out for Mr. Assistant's movements. However, I hope nothing happens, but please let the suspicion on II clear up. I couldn't help but pray for such things. I thought we was going to get to the wrap up. Hopefully. Okay, I was about to say I wanted to see how the operation goes in this chapter. So I think that was Rendo's perspective. The operation to arrest Angel seems fishy, even to a GPM staff member. Several hours passed since it commenced, even as the date is about to turn over. I throw commands to subordinates running along the halls.
天使を得る唯一の手がかりは霊力とかいう未知のエネルギーだけ。データベースにヒットしない怪しいエネルギーを受信したらすぐに各所へ連絡してくれ。
了解しました。
The subordinates salute like soldiers, then depart. The combat division can be pretty wild, but I'm blessed with the subordinates under me. As I think this, I hear footsteps from down the hall. From down the hallway. A fine rhythm, unlike the shoes of an adult. Right away, I know their identity and grimace.
聞いたよリンド天使の捕獲なんてそんな心躍りまくる面白い計画になんで僕を混ぜてくれないんだよ
This guy.
そういう反応をするからだよ。
I sharply reply to Mikado as he clings to my leg. Actually, the bags under his eyes are ridiculous. How many nights has he not slept? I realize I'm the one who brought data about Medio, making me at least one factor, and I feel just a little sense of guilt. Still, we're in the middle of an operation. I'll quickly explain him away and toss him into a nap room.
僕にも関わらせろ君だけが取り仕切るなんてずるいぞいけ中年め
That's for me. This is... Could I drop a fist on him? Could I drop a fist onto him for this? I'm sure it's fine. Here goes. Without noticing my clenched fist, Mikado starts stamping his feet in frustration.
ただでさえカリア君の検査ができなくてストレスが溜まっているのにさらに僕を蚊帳の外に置こうとは
What?
何の話？検査できないって。
だからカリア君のことだよ最近ますます検査してくれないじゃないか
The assistant said you told him to do the examinations.
最近の若者は言い聞かせるほど反発するね困ったものだね
That's for me.
いや、待って。ミカド、お前例の助手君を代わりに派遣してカリア君の検査を行ってたんじゃ。
はあ 楽しく5鉄目マーチを奏でている人間に対して寝言をほざくなどいい度胸だねリンド。
So the assistant's acting out a turn on this one.
いいかい、どれだけ忙しくともこの僕が帝明が人外研究のチャンスを他人に譲るわけないだろう。
Well then, is the assistant a fallen angel? That's for me.
ああ、ちゃんと検査に来るようにってジョシュ君に伝言をお願いしたはずなのにな。
That's for me. Cold sweat starts to gush from my brow. I immediately take out my smartphone and press the call button. However, the call to Anshan is blocked out by a strange static noise. Then, what about an SNS message, I thought, but the message is the same. All that displays is garbled text. I start swearing abuses and run off at full speed.
リンド、どこへ行くんだい？部下たちの指示はどうするのさ。
Back to my perspective. Depending on the street and area, this hour is almost completely engulfed in silence. The presence of raindrops accompany the dull-colored clouds. Monsieur stayed in the human world as long as he could, holding out to the last possible moment, but about 30 minutes before the date change...
やっぱダメっぽい。ほんとごめん。一回魔界に戻らせてもらうよ。
For some reason, his face is somewhat pale as he returns to the demon world. That's from me. That's from II. As the intense sound of rainfall pattered onto the roof, the only ones left here are me and II and the assistant, Ikari. And Kuroro. I was told to watch out for Mr. Assistant, so I've been paying attention to the stairs, but there's no sign of him making a move or even coming down here. Not even the sound of the door opening. Was II not a part of the plan?
Master?
That's me. II awkwardly looks down as he speaks to me. Huh? Oh, what is it, II? Do you want a drink or a snack? Oops, I'm falling back on the knife.
いえ、そういうわけでは。ただ私はあなたに謝罪をしなければと。
Wait, apologize? Why?
先日の天使との戦闘後、あなたを泣かせてしまいましたから。きっと私はあなたに対してひどいことをしてしまったのですよね。本当に申し訳ありませんでした。
Oh, that's right. On that day, we ended up not speaking a word afterwards. And after that, we didn't have much chance to speak because of the GPM visits and the operation. No worries. Actually, I'm sorry for confusing you two. I'm really glad you managed to rescue my friend. Thank you. But I know he's healed, but just looking at II's right arm reminds me of that time. The moment pierces through me. I was really sad that you were injured. As the words leave my mouth, dots from II. More dots from II. It's as though this is the first time II has heard that word. He starts repeating it over and over, mixed with bafflement and incomprehension like a broken record player. II? When I call to II, he suddenly stops repeating the word. Then he flashes an awkward smile baring his teeth. I don't see no teeth.
どのような理由であれ、 あなたが落ち込んでしまうのは私の望むことではありません。ですから。
II stands from his chair, then slowly walks towards me. One step, another step. With a cheerful smile,
どうか元気を出してください。私はあなたの笑顔が見たいのです。私にできることはありませんか？あなたが望むことなら、どんな奇跡でも起こしてみせましょう。
Oh my god, that shaking, man, that creeps me out. I don't know why I'm so creeped out all the time. But dots from II. Even more dots from II. I thought it was just my imagination before. II, but now it's certain. I reflexively stand up from my chair and back away from him. Dots from II. The words, the smile, everything about him. II and that mysterious man were one and the same. So without thinking, who are you? By the time I realized it, I was saying it. Am I speaking with the real II? I heard the exact same line you just said in that game. And not just this time, it happened before. When I say this, II's face goes pale and he covers his mouth with his hand. Could it be that he said it without being aware of it? What relation do you have with that character, II? Everything from his expressions and mannerisms are like yours. This isn't a coincidence, is it? And before, when you got hurt, you were so unfazed that I began to worry. Are you hiding something from me, including this incident now? I just don't know enough about angels. Hey, II, exactly what kind of beings are angels? While I was asking this, part of me wanted him to just deny it. It's just a coincidence. You're overthinking it, Renoni. That's me. With the same smile as usual, I wanted him to sweep away these strange worries and chills swirling in my chest. However, dots from II. He doesn't move, like he's frozen. Then, perhaps due to the intense thunderstorm, right when the lights in the shop dim, my question is answered. Is this the assistant? Dots, question mark, exclamation point from both of us. A voice falls from the heavens. Immediately after, with the next war, without using the stairs, in the center of the shop appears the assistant with his dots. Mr. Assistant? Is he like a fallen angel or a god? His voice sounds even colder than usual. Who he faces is...
この声は、あなたは、お前は。
Much like when he saw the angel feather, II begins to lose his composure. Is it the person in the video game? Let's find out. As he says this, Mr. Assistant throws off his hood. At the same time, there's the sound of something else spreading. Mr. Assistant's figure. He had big wings that rivaled II's as he transformed into a man with divine, pure white wings on his back. An angel? As they stand in shock, II next to me says his true name in a trembling voice. Solitus. Oh, he's pretty.
そのような表情まですると相当な不具合を起こしているようだな。
Pretty deadly!
断罪の天使東古代の片翼たる使徒よ。
Wow. This really took a turn I was not expecting. Dots from II and an exclamation point. Judgment? What does that mean? Despite my questioning, Mr. Assistant, no, the young man called Solitus ignores me. Reflected in his eyes is II, his face pale and trembling.
天界における唯一無二の答え。故に神は罰することはせず、手元に戻ることを許された。
No, not my II.
お前の不在において処分すべき欠陥品が多量に溜まってしまった。
Not my II.
同じ使徒とは比東古代だけでは手が足りない。さあ戻るぞ。あの時のように神の手足として己が役目を果たすがいい。
II forcefully shakes his head.
嫌です。私は戻りたくない。私はもう断罪の天使じゃない。神のしもべでもない。そうです。私もあなたたちの言う欠陥品のはず。こんな出来損ないにあのお方からの信託を果たす役目はふさわしくないでしょう。だから。
As II refuses with a frightened voice, Solitus
の主張を否定する。打天使だと申告しているが、お前は落ちきってなどいない。真に落ちているのならば、このような感情についてのデータ収集など必要ないだろう。
Data collection. Suddenly, something is thrown to the floor. The thing that landed with a hard thud was the game console from my room. The power is on and the screen lights up. Of course, what's running is the Otome game I left in it. Probably because it's on auto mode, the text and voice lines progress on their own. When II sees it, several exclamation points from him. For some reason, he screams with no voice.
やめてください。それだけは。
II loses his composure even more and reaches for the game console. That moment. I did not expect that. I mean, I don't know what the heck I was expecting. What? The inside of my head goes blank. II Fado de Rie? That's the name of that young man on screen who I've had questions about all this time? Wait, so... Who is this person in front of me? An unpleasant palpitation shakes my chest. Then Solitus, who had been ignoring me until now,
お前はこの個体の人格を評価していたようだが、それは無意味なこと。
Well then.
なぜなら我ら天使は神の神託に従い天界の安寧を守る。感情など存在しないただの
You trying to say that angels are nothing but puppets?
断罪という呼び名しか持たぬこの個体は
It's just judgment.
この空想上の男の人格をトレースしているんです。
So that's what happened.
お前と行った接触や会話は全てかりそめ。演技、偽物だ。
No, not my two! He declares the cruel truth with no mercy. That's... How can that be... How can that be real? I tried to ask him, but...
否定を求められているぞ。望み通りに応答してやるがいい。ただし、トレース元の口調や言葉を一切引用せず、己自身が思考し作成した言葉にて。
Oh, two, you've been running on a script with everyone this whole time? Two desperately flaps his lips without a sound. All that emanates from his throat are dry breaths and gasps, not words. Dots. That means...
どれだけお前が精密に男の人格をトレースし、彼が取り得る行動を予測演算していようと。 感情の有無を問われるなどという、その男にとって絶対に起こり得ぬ事象への対応は再現できないの
だ。That's for me. Two suddenly raises his head and his anguished gaze meets mine. He looks at my facial expression. He tilts his head in desperation, trying to figure out what he felt, and starts approaching me.
違うんです、マスター。私は人形なんかじゃ。
I don't know what to think right now, y'all. I'm just going along with the story. I'm just seeing where it's leading. I did not expect this. I'm thinking we're gonna be playing Otome games this whole time. As though trying to cling to me, he extends his hand. That's an exclamation point for me. You scared about this dude, but you over here getting eaten up by Ignis, but okay. By instinct, I take a step back. I'm terribly confused as well, trying to figure out the truth. All I can do is repeat it. No emotions? An imitation? Then all the words until now and that smile before were all... No, they were real to me. Got some exclamation points from two.
待って、行かないで、逃げないで。マスター、マスター。
Well, I don't want to run away, but what can I really believe, Two? Once again, Two tries to close the distance with me, but that frigid voice stops him. With Solitus' words as a signal, pillars of light rise all over the place in the shop. From inside the light appear a number of figures. Oh, dots and exclamation points from two. Angels, but... dots from the fallen angels. Unlike Solitus and Two, the angels that appeared have wings stained totally black. But even stranger than that are the expressions on their faces. Dots and exclamation point from Angel A. Several exclamation points from Angel B. I know Solitus said that angels don't have emotions, but all of them, as though they're afraid, they tremble with hostility towards II. Solitus slowly takes one step back, then declares quietly, oh wow. Why am I always in a situation of death? Dang, can I just get through a route without a threat to my life? As though instigated by this, one of the fallen angels shouts and releases a small ball of light at me.
Master!
Yes, that's me, but please don't let it be me. Maybe just by reflex, II extends an arm as though to shield me and erases it with one hand. With that, I realize it doesn't matter how many of them there are, they stand no chance against II. And yet... Oh, so they're afraid of II, or judgment. While he should have the advantage, he appears to be the one afraid of the fallen angels. Solitus, standing further back, narrows his already narrowed eyes at him. That's me, and yes, I had that question. It was to kill people. What? After revealing so much truth already, there's still more to II? From empty space, Solitus pulls out a single spear, but he shows no sign of wielding it and simply stands holding it, staring straight at II. II notices the gaze and the presence of the spear, and his body shakes greatly. The cruel truth crosses with his frail rejection. The result is already clear. I suspected as much. At the same time as Solitus' spear shines beautifully, II's right arm, injured the other day, starts ignoring his will as it convulses and begins to move. Upon closer look, his hand and arm are entangled in threads of light, appearing from thin air. With a grinding sound, it manipulates his body as he twists in terror. Then, in the glitter of a moment, II returns to his original form and points his magic toward the fallen angels. However, his shouts fall on deaf ears with the fallen angels.
俺は生きるんだ。お前を殺してでも。心を得たからなんて理由で処刑なんかされてたまるかよ。
Oh, so that was him. He sees himself in him and them. With such shouts, the fallen angels fire their magic at II. During this, he didn't direct that to the fallen angels. He said that to II. II's scream rings out, but counter to his refusal, innumerable arrows of light are released with his shout. The magic fires off into all of their bodies in a single moment without exception. Arrows of light bore through all of their chests. Blood splatters around the shop. It took only a moment for every single one of them to stop moving. In other words, they're all dead. Dots. More dots. Piles of corpses. The shop is filled with the stench of blood. With such a gruesome sight before me. Dots and an exclamation point. I get dizzy on the verge of collapse, but I lean against the counter to stay standing. In the center, the creator of this, no, the one forced to create this sight, stands in a daze. Dots from II. Splattered blood covers his palms, and all of their corpses, their bodies and their blood turn to faint particles of light and vanish into the air. Oh, this is scary the way he's looking. Seeing me standing in fear was the last straw. So what are those? What are those words? He loses it completely.
知らない。何なんだこの胸の痛みときしみは。得た情報とは何もかもが違う。こんなものは私が焦がれ、彼らが得たものではない。感情とはもっと美しく、希望にあふれたものではないのか。
Dots from II with some static noises.
もしこれが本当に感情であり、こんな苦痛を呼び起こすものならば。
What in the heck?
私は、俺は、僕は、当個体は、そのすべてを放棄する。
II
固有霊力観測座標確定個体番号オール0から緊急信号と再接続の申請を確認接続完了該当個体からの要請を認可要求された処理の実行を開始する
Suddenly, along with the inorganic voice sounding out from who knows where, we in the Matrix, y'all. It's in the Matrix. Dots from II. II is engulfed in light for a moment, then falls to his knees and stops moving. II, there's no response. Walking over to him is
やはりお前にはその姿が最もふさわしい。
Solitus casually steps through the area where the fallen angel corpses were and holds a hand over to
目的の達成を確認。これより断罪の使徒の回収、展開へ続く固定ホール付近に転送。
No, two.
開かねえぞ。どうなってんだ。
Late ass.
イグニス、そこをどけ。ミシェルたちの結界に別のものが重ね掛けされているのか。
That's an exclamation point from Solitus. Solitus stops his actions. He probably reacted to the voices of Ignis and everyone who returned earlier than planned by Messier's direction, as though waiting for this timing. Karya. Karya comes leaping out of the kitchen and heads straight to the room with the gate. Likely due to being taken totally by surprise, Solitus is unable to react to this, and Karya manages to slip inside.
やっぱりあいつらがクローズドに。頼むよ、見せる。
The time is 12:30. The gate opens vigorously. A presence of overwhelming power flows into the shop. From the demon world Asmodia, a non-human king returns to face an angel. Now here's the matchup right here. That's question mark exclamation point. However, when Messier notices the sight of two collapsed on the floor, wow. He thrusts unprecedented hatred and murderous intent at Solitus standing next to him. The sheer intent to kill seems to become blades and cuts into Solitus. However, he doesn't even move an eyebrow and calmly observes the situation. At least he knows.
最優先とする目的を達成した。ここで回収せずとも、いずれ自主的に展開に戻るだろう。
また!
He gone. He vanishes with a glare of light. Dots. Even more dots. The only thing left here or there. Is it there or here? Again, the only thing left there is the sound of intense rain from outside and silence to the point of sadness. That's from me. What exactly? What is in the middle of this? I'm totally confused. It's like I'm seeing a terrible dream, but the ruined interior of the shop serves as proof of the tragedy and chaos that occurred here in reality. Reality, the deaths of the fallen angels, and the truth that Solitus mentioned. A broken fragment of glass falls from a table and the shattering sound rings out. I instinctively look over. That's from II. II is on the floor, his head still hung down. Fearfully, I walk over to him. II, I call his name and peer into his face. II. Oh. That's from II. II. Hey, what is it? More dots from II. His eyes only say nothingness. Even after I give him a light shake, he doesn't move on his own. It's as though he truly has become a puppet. Dots from Messier. Dots from II. He simply announces in a mechanical way. No.
人格データのフォーマットが完了しました。
No. That's all. And that's not all, folks. Because I know II will come back with his personality. Of course, of course, of course, of course. That, oh my gosh, this game is gaming me, y'all. Oh, I'm feeling like this with my favorite. I can't imagine how I'm gonna be with my most favorite, except all with Messier's route. So stay tuned in to find out what the heck is II. He says he's an angel, but they're acting more like AI angels. Like, I'm confused, as is my character. Whew, so after this will be some more Mafia the Old Country, of course Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 4 the visual novel, and then South of Midnight. That's my lineup. I know I said Death Stranding. That will be out when it's out. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe with that little bell jingle turned on so you all stay tuned in, my wonderful people filled with greatness. And as always, much love, much peace, and catch you on the flip side.